Yo, you're muted.
You never introduced me first.
You're muted.
I'm not now.
It's because you're never here when it starts. You're usually working.
Hey, I'm here. What's up, everybody?
Let's see. I still have to send a text message. I have to send the link. Spencer's got the link. Ronnie J did not get the link. Maybe not. Hold on. I might not have got it to him. I've been trying to scramble on getting things done.
No, I feel you, man. I was just scrambling to get back home. I figured we were going to be cutting it pretty close, and I was right.
Well, I ended up doing. I set it back 45, almost an hour. Just
I saw
to make
that.
Sure. Because they're like, let me make sure I can get somebody to come in here. Let's see. I gotta send this to. Let's see.
All right, Ronnie said he's ready. He just, I guess, needs the link.
Yeah, because I only have one way of sending him the link, and it's through Facebook, and Facebook's being a pain in the ass. But I think it just opened, so
Nothing new there.
Yeah, right. Fuck Facebook. I hate it.
That's why I quit Facebook, and they're just, reasons.
I keep Facebook because it's the only way I will communicate with a few.
Yeah, that was my problem because I communicated with a lot of people through Facebook, and then they just out of nowhere just banned me one day and gave me no explanation why. So I said, "All right, you're gonna ban me? Screw you guys. I didn't do anything wrong."
Yeah, well, I mean, I fully get that.
Especially when you try to contact them and they won't explain to you what the heck you did. It's like, what did I do? What was my bannable?
What did I did?
No,
damn it!
They're just like, no, you're just banned. So I'm like, okay, thanks, bye.
They just banned you just to ban you. They banned you because
I'm too Ganon.
Oh.
But yeah. Other than that, though, man, I am having a great night. We surprised my girlfriend. We took her on a Christmas hayride with. Yeah, she's over here to the side. You can hear her. She said hi.
Hello.
Come on, say something.
You went on a hayride?
Yeah, we went on a Christmas hayride.
Yep. Aren't hayrides like camping and maybe Halloween?
No, they do Christmas ones around here, down in the Carolinas.
Oh, down there in the Linas, huh?
Yep, it's not frozen enough, so they get these. They have these really long trailers, and they tow them behind old farm-haul tractors.
Do you guys ever freeze down there? Like freeze?
Yeah, it's supposed to get down to 29 tonight too.
Oh shit! You guys are actually going to see like freezing temperatures.
We're going to see frost. Yep.
Oh, you guys are moving up in the world.
Well, moving down in the world if you're considering temps, but yeah. Spencer, I have not been riding something else.
Oh my god.
He's such a dingus. What up, Crow? Is Crow one of your buddies?
Hold on a minute. Wait, I'm not trying to get back in there. Crow 150. What up, Pucker? Long time no see. I don't recognize the profile picture.
Which one's Crow? I'm trying to remember. It's been a hot minute.
Been in here.
Crow, do we know you by a different username or something?
We might, because I don't recognize that username. And I pretty much have a good memory for usernames for other obvious reasons of remembering people.
Oh, it's Jessica's boyfriend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it Ronnie?
Ronnie.
What's going on, fucker? I haven't seen him in a while.
What are you, vacuuming over there?
Hell no, look at what I got. I got homemade cherry pie and some whipped cream in a can.
This place has an awesome gift shop. That's part of the whole thing we went to. So me and the lady picked up some fudge tonight.
Yeah.
And that shit is rich.
Insert dirty joke here. When?
One Ronnie is enough. Two is too much to handle. Spencer. I can't wait for Ronnie J to get in there here though, because we got to have our weekly sponsorship. It's required. We got to hear. Is that him? There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. He's still loading in, but
he's on that spinning circle of death this week.
There's Ronnie J. He has arrived.
Hey.
Brought to you by Game Exchange.
Game Exchange.
What's up?
Hit us with that Game Exchange.
Wait, no, he cheated on Game Exchange, remember?
Oh, that's right. He cheated.
No. I ain't cheated on Game Exchange. I'm not cheating on Game Exchange. Guys, come on.
All right, hit us with that Game Exchange plug.
How about a third, Ronnie? Oh boy.
Well, I haven't been going to Game Exchange lately because I have to keep up with my money. I mean, I've been trying to save up some money so I can get to one, but hopefully I can get one somewhere around. Hopefully around. I'll have to wait till I come up with some more money first. Then I'll take care of something. But right now I can't. Right now, hang on, so let me do this here.
Hey Patrick, do you have a way of contacting Pauline?
Contacting who?
Pauline.
Which one's Pauline?
Pauline Harvey.
I don't remember if I do or not.
She commented on the last live, wondering when we were going to go live. So I don't know if she got the response yet.
I don't remember if I have a way to get a hold of Pauline or not. Do you want me to bounce out and see if I can contact her real quick and bounce back in?
Yeah, I'll bounce you back in because she wanted me to let her know, but I don't have a way of contacting her to let her know.
let me see if I can shoot her something real quick and
all right. All right, go.
All right, be right back.
Yep.
Bye.
What's up, Ronnie J?
Oh, wait.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, nothing much, man, Kilo.
Don't pay too much attention.
Yeah, I see that.
A little messy. I am messing on the table back there.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I can see that. As you know. Yeah. Here's this. I'm not on my phone right now. I'm not on phone. I'm on tablet. Here's my phone right here.
Well, which one works better? Your camera on your phone was a little bit sharper and clearer. But if your tablet won't crash, then go ahead and use the tablet.
Right now, looks like the phone is more better because somehow or another my tablet is frozen. Wait a minute, it's back on now.
Okay. I'm gonna try to message Kat.
Because yeah. But
so you got a whole different
I'm
setup.
planning on I gotta put a good little setup because I got my tablet on Wi-Fi on 2G. I wish I could get it on 5G, but it only could do 2G on the internet. So I wish I could do something better than that.
I gotta open up YouTube so I can send the video itself link. Let me see. Ronnie, you're down there. How long does it take for a female to cook a turkey? About 10 months. Oh, to cook a turkey? Who knows? I cooked the fucking thing. It's like 3 hours. I don't know. It looks like he's
Oh
got
my
a pregnant
Lord! Wait a
emoji
minute.
right there. I can't tell what the hell. How long does it take for a female to cook a turkey?
Yeah, I see that. I see it. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I see that on my phone here. I see. How long does it take for a female to cook a turkey? I have no idea how to do that. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to answer that. Crow 5150. I have to say.
Hurry up and
I
answer
wish I
before
could
any
answer
women get in here.
I am not allowed.
About...
I'm not allowed to answer. There is one right next to me, so
you can still answer.
What?
I won't answer. She'll beat the shit out of me.
It's okay. It's being recorded.
How long it takes a woman to cook a turkey?
Yeah.
I think most probably like 2, maybe 3 hours.
She says 2-3 hours. I'm going with her answer.
Yeah, but it's being recorded, so if she does whoop your ass, we got the evidence, so you're all right.
Okay. I'd say about 3 hours probably. I don't feel like getting beat up tonight.
Roughly 2-3 hours probably. So
Well, I was about right on this one because I said 10 months.
Let's say if you're talking about baking a baby turkey, then
apparently that's what he was talking about. And there's it's a 40 week. She's 8 weeks in.
8 weeks into her 40 week.
Yeah, I see that.
She means.
Yeah, and Jessica is sitting next to her. Oh Lord, you better watch it, Big Crow.
Oh, buddy, you're playing with fire.
I say what I want. I ain't scared. I know her. She ain't gonna come hurt me.
Well, aren't you guys pretty local?
I used to hang out with her. I used to drink with her.
There you go.
Wait, close the door. Hang on one second. Close the door.
Where's that Spencer dingus at?
Oh, Spencer, he's busy.
Oh, I was going to show you guys some cool stuff I got today.
He's busy.
Where was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I took my girlfriend over to this hobby store here in town, and I ended up leaving with comics because that's what always happens when you go into a store like that. So, starting off, we got a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. issue.
Crow, I don't know if she knows exactly where I live because I don't live in it. Maybe she does. I don't remember.
Oh.
And on the back is a 75th anniversary M&M's.
Wait, is that part? Wait, where'd you get that?
This is my local hobby shop.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, wait, is that in one of those bundle packs you can get at Walmart for like $10 where you get like the multiple?
No, I have to stop buying those because those are dangerous because I end up getting the same comics in some of those multi-packs.
Well, I pulled some major heat from the last one I bought. I got Captain America issue 1 was in there.
Oh, did you get the new one that's by Ta-Nehisi Coates? Because that's the one I've seen a lot of people pulling. It's like, ooh. That's the controversial Captain America issues right now.
Yeah.
And then I got this cool one. It's a Batman Beyond.
That one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Batman Beyond.
This is a 2016 issue, so this one's 5 years old. And I found another Batman Beyond from 2016 as well. I'm stressing out Spencer over here probably. But hey, there it is. Got another one there.
Aha!
There's the dingus. And then here's a fan favorite. I got a Teen Titans.
Sausage guzzler.
So there you go. And I was gonna
What
do a live
the
unboxing
bleep?
tonight if you guys are interested.
Sausages, they're quite tasty.
Well, I'll say one thing. If somebody would have guzzled on a sausage about 8 weeks ago, they wouldn't be 8 weeks long.
Ooh, you hear that, Jessica?
Shots fired.
Talking about sausage guzzling now.
Well, apparently the dingus below me, that's what he is with his little lizard man.
His little
Yeah.
his little D&D. Did somebody do your artwork for you?
That was just one I randomly grabbed offline. Or online.
Jess knows that. Yeah, she heard that. Yeah, she's all right. She knows how I am. I've known
Spencer knows what this one is.
I think I've known
Do
Jess
I?
for.
What do I know?
I'm doing a
Too
live
long.
unboxing.
I've known Jess.
Actually, no, you guys don't know what this one is. This isn't what I thought it was.
I got some free comics.
This is one I ordered from my
yesterday.
friends at
Yesterday.
Allegiance.
I got free shit. Hold on.
Allegiance was doing this. Allegiance was going to release this comic in Walmart as part of their regular run, but they decided to do it as a Kickstarter thing for Indiegogo. So this is their new comic, The Saints.
I got some comics I could show.
Yeah.
So I was going to show you guys how clean this is. This is a really cool cover.
I'm
This
still
is
high.
so. This is the front cover art for The Saints,
That's pretty cool looking.
and it says "Save the past, rescue the future." And there's a little blurb about it, and it's really well clean drawings and really nice shiny paper. It smells really brand new, straight from the printing press.
This live stream is brought to you by Homemade Cherry Pie.
Game Exchange. But not from Ronnie J anymore.
No, it's Homemade Cherry Pie's the sponsor tonight.
Oh. Homemade cherry pie? Can you make it a homemade lemon pie?
Sounds
I don't think so,
delicious.
unless you
That's what I
swallow it.
made.
Sounds
I love to
delicious.
swallow sausages. I mean, what?
I like to
I'm
swallow
sure
cherry
you
pie.
do.
He said Jason Momoa is going to play the Crow.
Answered.
Sounds terrible.
That's a bad career choice.
But Jason Momoa has the
I
role
would
of
have
Duncan
to-
Idaho. Great. Short-lived, but great. Patrick can back me up. He knows
he's
how
pretty
cool Duncan
short-lived
was.
if he takes that role.
Oh, check out this 2-page art spread.
You don't want that role. That role is cursed.
What role? The Crow role? Yeah.
You're gonna get some Crow talking about the Crow.
Oh man, that is cool.
And
cool.
it came with
That's pretty
a
cool, bro.
really dope bookmark, which has weapons all over it.
That's pretty cool.
And then on the other side, it's got the comic titled "The Saints," the main
The
character.
Saints.
Oh,
And
okay,
then-
cool. That's nice.
Then this is the first one they've never included with their comics. You get an Allegiance comic sticker.
Nice.
Wow, sticker. Wow.
I know. I love when these indie developers, the indie comic guys, they always love putting stickers in their bundles when you buy their stuff or back their comics.
Yeah.
Free stickers are the best.
Can I have some of that pie? I'd really like some of that.
Send them some of that pie, Kilo.
All right.
I want pie. I might be getting Taco Bell in a bit, but that's nothing like a pie.
I'll
I
trade a piece of pie.
Yeah,
for
I'll
some
tell you
taco.
one thing about Taco
I miss
Bell.
their
If you ever go to
churros.
Taco
Churros
Bell,
at Taco Bell were the best.
I'm just gonna get some nachos probably, but we'll see.
Nachos Bel Grande.
Yeah. Well, I don't care. Just give me chips and stuff on it.
And stuff.
It's a comic
Like
book. And
chunks of sausage
What's
that you put in your mouth.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
oh.
I got some free comics if you all want to see those
Lord
real
have
quick.
mercy.
Just
Yeah,
a few.
show us those.
So I just got a free things. So I'm actually over at a friend's place right now because
Nom
I was
nom.
helping moving stuff, and so that's why I'm not in
You're
my
hungry.
usual area right now.
Hungry.
Hungry, I know, right? Anyway, I got
There
some
he
stuff.
is, the man, the myth, the
I
legend.
got this.
the
I got this thing. Where the hell is it?
What is that?
I don't know. It's an issue 1 of some Image series, you know, because Image has a lot of a lot of number 1s that Image does that nobody ever talks about other than like Spawn.
The store I went today had issues 2, 3, and 4 of King Spawn, but no issue 1. I'm like, damn it!
I have all 4. I have all 4. I've been keeping up with the new Spawn stuff.
I think I'm just gonna have to
Let's see here.
order them
Issue 4 of Team
This
7.
is the only way I'm gonna
Another
be able to
Image thing.
Team 7?
If you want to read Spawn, get the compendiums, but that will take you forever to read through. I have no idea what this comic is because this was given to me with the front cover not on it, but it's the full story's inside. It's just the cover's not there.
And it's sponsored by Pepsi?
Yeah, there's Pepsi on it, but it's like some like ninja like story inside.
That's pretty dope.
So the ninja's powered by Pepsi.
Yes. Ninja Pepsi power.
Guzzle that soda.
Yeah.
While you're guzzling on sausage.
Well, you know, Popeye had spinach. Maybe that ninja has Pepsi. Who knows?
Here's issue 100 of X Factor.
I mean, it is.
Ooh, it's shiny.
I know, shiny.
Shiny. Everyone loves shiny.
Shiny.
Looks
like
I
that's
have a
like-
shiny. I have a
I don't
shiny.
know.
What is it? Like a shiny like lithographic Spider-Man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then I have issues 2 and 3 of Dark Empire 2, which I also own digitally.
Oh, you got Dark Empire stuff.
Yeah, all these 6 were given to me for free.
Oh.
Did you?
And so it was just comics that
So you-
someone
Dark-
didn't want, and so I was like,
Free?
I'll take it. Yeah,
I
free.
haven't seen Dark Empire.
So Dark
Yeah,
Empire.
it's an old one.
It's the
that's
comic
why.
from the mid '90s where Palpatine cloned himself and he keeps jumping between bodies. It's basically the basis in Legends for
Yeah,
what they
95.
ended up doing for Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, I need to read it. I have it all digitally because I bought a crap ton digitally.
So when everybody
And
talking about like, oh, bringing Palpatine back, it's like that's not a thing they did before. It's like, no, that's a thing they did in Legends.
I mean, you just need to play into the story well. That's all that matters.
And,
I mean, it used to be.
and now
canon,
they took that part of Legends and put it in the other.
Yeah, and that was the weird thing back in like the 90s and the 2000s was everything back in those days was quote unquote canon, but there was like 5 or 6 tiers of different canons.
Right.
So it just made everything confusing. Heck,
I mean,
it's still confusing, let's be honest.
I also got these issues too with me, which is one of the best comic series going on right now. It was something I was letting my same friend borrow, which is the first 6 issues of the Modern Alien run, which is absolutely
I've seen those.
great.
Yeah.
I've seen
These
those.
are
Yeah.
these are great. So, first one, second one, third one. You know,
I
gotta
like
love
that
the
cover.
glare.
The third one, that's a cool cover.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, with the neck wrapped around. It's very bad because you can tell the glare because of the protectors on them. But
Where'd Ronnie J go?
I don't know.
Did he droid out already?
Speaking of which, I will be right back. I gotta take a trip to the little boy's room.
Oh,
that's cute.
All right, go over to the powder room. It's okay. So what's going on, Spencer?
I've been busy today and yesterday just helping move stuff. That's why I'm not in my regular room area.
So
like-
are you moving, or is it a friend that's moving?
I'm helping move a friend. I'm just
Oh,
chilling
you're
at his
helping
place tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so they're out right now, and I'm just standing here chilling. And so that's why I
Nice.
don't know how long I'll be here and whatnot. But this is the way. Just chilling at the moment.
Yeah, I'm
It's always
just-
nice to have an extra hand with moving. So close
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
So I figured, helping them out.
I've moved
yeah.
twice, but by myself, and it sucked both times, and that's why I refused to. The last time I moved, I had like a freaking army, more or less, to move, and it didn't take that long that time.
But most of the things are out because we hired like professional people to get like a lot of the like big
Like
main
furniture
stuff
and
out.
stuff.
Yeah, like all the big furniture, the washer, annoying stuff like that.
Right.
And so all the big annoying stuff is here. There's still a few things left over at the old house, but there's not. Majority of it's here. Just got to finish cleaning out a couple other rooms and
Right. Just boxes and shit like that's left.
yeah.
The
Right.
easy,
So maybe like all the kitchen stuff needs to be brought over. And then just like the room with all sorts of random crap.
right.
And so other than that, I mean, they're pretty much good, so. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Last week I had off. I didn't do anything last week. I had family visiting from Texas, and so that was nice. Just visiting, spend time with family.
That's all good. Most of my family's not that far, so I did a little bit of spending time with them, but that's about it.
Yeah, I celebrated like 3 different Thanksgivings, so that was fun. One of them with family I barely ever get to see.
Well, that's the best part,
Yeah.
just sitting, spending time with them, and then eating some food. I only did 2. I was at my mom's on Thursday for a little bit, and then I went to GameStop and picked up some new stuff, and then yesterday we cooked here, and the wife made pies, and we made all the other stuff, and homemade pies are the best.
Yeah. I had a homemade pumpkin pie on.
There's nothing wrong with a good, nice homemade pie, there, Kayla. Trust me.
The dessert was my first.
I made a homemade.
Everybody's like, why'd you marry her? I'm like, have you tasted her pie? That shit's great. Homemade pie. Get your bitch ass in the kitchen and make me some pie.
I'm rearranging. Seeing if I can make this.
I gotta tell you this here now, y'all. Me and my friend Michael, we're going to create a Star Wars Galactic Conquest board game.
Is she here? Is Jackie here? I got something to play for her. Hold on, and then we'll let Ronnie tell a story.
Wait, I'm dumb.
Okay.
All right.
Well, me and my friend Michael, we're gonna we are creating a Star Wars Galactic Conquest board game.
Creating like a board game. You're actually like creating one? Is that what you said? Interesting.
Yeah, we're creating a board game, and here's this. We're not going to do we are going to do like all eras of the Star Wars galaxy. We got like from the Star Wars Old Republic game, like from with Korriban, with the Jedi Sith Wars, the Legends, with Korriban and Malachor 5, Malachor 4, and all of them. And also like the Knights of the Old Republic.
What you should do is once you have the whole game idea fully thought out, you should bring the idea to like Fantasy Flight games. I think those are the people who mainly do a lot of the modern Star Wars gaming stuff, like tabletop stuff. You should submit your idea to them, and if it's something great, maybe they could pick up on it. And the other cool idea, if like with when to combine
I
eras,
can
is like you could have each era, you could have it being like an expansion pack. Because like there's like like with a lot of games, like expansion packs are absolutely huge
Right.
with a lot of tabletop stuff. I want to play more. It's just hard to
yeah
get groups of people together.
yeah. What is going to be different though? We're not going to do dice. We're going to do the spinner, and it's in production right now. We're just going to create this one board game right now and try to do some trial and error. Me and him are going to play and do some trial and error, see what will work, what will not work, and what could be add on, and so forth, so forth. You know what I mean? So that was
Now you said
trying to get
you're not
work
using
out all the
dice.
kinks first, and no, we're doing a spinner.
Why not? Well, why do you choose a spinner over dice? Just out of
Well,
curiosity.
Well, the thing is though, the dice is okay, but hold on, because since during the time of the with the Jedi Sith Wars and with the Old Republic, the and the what I mean by Old Republic, I mean, you know what? Hold on. The Old Republic was during the Jedi Sith Wars. The Galactic Republic is the Clone Wars. Now, and also with the Death Star and the Galactic Civil War, if you trying to get a 20, you could use the special weaponry of any kind of base or anything, and you can
So
conquer a planet automatically or destroy a planet.
so you
Basically,
have a spinner of 20 different spaces. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
well,
you get a 20
in a matter
die.
of speaking, yeah, but don't
Got it.
worry, huh?
Why don't you get a 20-sided die like
Well,
they use in
we're go-
D&D?
well,
I
we
mean, to be
have
fair, all
decided
right.
about
To be fair
But he,
for Ronnie J's point here of using a spinner over die, if you're trying to like customize it and not use like straight up numbers or add on something to the numbers, it's much easier to customize something than like a
Yeah, and you can
spinner than
randomize the numbers every game too on the spinner.
Yeah, you can do that too. He's got a good
yeah.
idea.
Especially if it's like a digital spin
what we're going to
system.
do is like color coordinate. Well, here's this. Here's this. We're everything can be done homemade wise. It's like we're going to do cardboard, and we get the spinner and get the everything work out. We're gonna do. I had to color coordinate the numbers of the triangles and the circle. He wants to do red for 20. I do green. We do green for one, and just work our way around and go from there. You see, it's just gonna be me and him, and we're gonna play it out and see what can be done. Um, we all started at 1 million, 1 million credits each with factions and stuff. We had to build ships and we could do like capital ships and the let me think.
So basically, are you doing like each
Are
ship class is worth a certain value amount, and then you like spend however much you want?
yes,
Okay, that sounds like a lot of
yes.
fun because
In a
you can
matter of
customize your
speaking,
fleet
yes.
however you want.
Yes. And here's this. Now, and each faction has their own speciality, has a special thing. Now, like the Sith, like the Siths, back in the old Republic days, before the Clone Wars, way before the Clone Wars, during the Jedi Sith battles, with the first ever true Siths, and with the Hera class Star Destroyer, with the back in the Jedi Sith Wars during the Old Republic, they have a Star Forge, and with that you could it builds ships faster and stuff like that. man. But you only could do you could only spin it up to a 20 in order to do it, and that is kind of pretty hard to do sometimes.
Yeah.
So, uh, so we're gonna have to get the right, but and also we get troops, we get starfighters, and whatever vehicles we can use, landers, and different ones of different each
Oh.
of the era. Now, me and him were doing the Old Republic days before Clone Wars. Now we know the Clone Wars are, but I want to try out with the Old Republic first,
Okay.
see how it is, and then we can move on to the Clone Wars, then do the Galactic Civil. But I'm not much into the sequel with the First Order type deal. I mean, it's not. He don't actually kind of like with the First Order type thing. It's kind of a bit awkward how to do that. Now I do know that the Star Killer base and stuff like that, but we're just going to try and do a trial and error. But it's better to use a spinner than a die. I mean, we have talked about it. It's just that we rather have a spinner better because it's more easier to work with than a die. If you catch the drift.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. I like it.
I like that idea.
I wanted
Yeah,
to get
and
into
what I'm going to do is
go on.
go ahead, Spencer.
Oh no, what I was just gonna say is
Yeah,
like I was
we're
wanting to
going
get
to try.
into the what's that modern Star Wars miniatures game? I don't remember what it's called. I was trying to get in. I was going to get into it at one point, and like I bought a base set, and I've never touched it.
Are you talking about Armada?
No, I know that's not.
Oh,
what
I
it's
know which
called.
one you're talking about. It's the other miniatures one.
What, Destiny? Was it
No,
Destiny?
there's another miniatures game that's like Armada.
Oh, it's Legions or
That's it. Yeah.
Legion.
yeah. I was kind of wanting to get into that, but I don't know anybody else who would have because the figures for that are awesome.
Yeah, I bought a base set. Maybe I'll get around to getting another base set because the best thing to do is buy your 2 base sets. The only duplicates you're going to get is of a Luke and a Vader. But like with 2 base sets, you'll get like pretty much full on armies for like both Empire and Rebels, like right off the bat of like basic armies. So yeah, like I have them. It's just the main thing is just like painting them up. That's just
Right.
Stormtroopers are easy. It's just Rebels take quite a bit of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
On top of that, I still have several D&D miniatures to do too. So lots of painting that I don't even do. All right, go ahead.
Lots of painting you don't do, so who's doing your painting?
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, I typically don't do the painting because I suck. But I usually like go over to my friend's house that's more like into the painting stuff, and so he usually helps me with it. Like I'll do it a bit, and then like he'll help me with it too. I'm just like,
I got you.
Yeah.
Do you use the magnifiers when you paint your miniatures?
No.
There's a lot of guys I watch that do that, especially like the Warhammer guys. Those dudes are legends.
That's what my friend is into. He has like a lot of Warhammer. Actually, he has some of the stuff on display here if you want to see really quick.
Very small brushes.
Oh, is there a way I can? Hold up, let me.
You should be able to, if you go to cam, and then it should give you the back camera option.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here, let me open this up, and I'll just show you some of the stuff that he does.
Hell yeah!
Look
Can you
at
full
look
screen
at all
Kilo?
this.
Yeah, hold on. I'll full screen them.
Look at all this.
Wow,
Those are pretty
That
cool.
looks
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Now that's
cool
detailed.
stuff. There's a big tank.
And
You can't tell with it.
and he painted those himself.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent work.
Yeah, cool stuff.
That is a lot of work. It's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Kilo, I've got some more pickups I wanted to show you.
I got something else for free
Mm.
too.
Oh yeah, show
I
yours
got
first.
this.
Oh,
I
hold
got
on.
this. It's one of those like
R2D2.
wooden R2D2 kit things. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It's
Oh,
little
yeah.
foldables.
How about it?
Yeah.
Laser cut wood pieces.
Ooh,
Oh, that's the
nice.
wooden one.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll assemble it soon. Pictures will follow.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey guys, I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all my new huge net here, and I'm going to be on. I'm going to do like what you do, the kilo, and I'm going ahead and just do this here for a moment.
Wait, you're gonna do what? Did I do what?
I think he's shutting his
Oh,
camera off for a
hold on
second.
one
He's
second.
getting ready to show us something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
he's doing the double cam.
Oh yeah, wait, he
Uh,
forgot to mute the other one. I'll mute it for him.
I thought I did.
I got you. I'll
Oh,
mute it for
thanks.
you.
All right.
All right, Ronnie, what are we looking at?
You see that?
A router?
Oh,
I think
Oh,
he's
the
showing
new
off the
modem?
router there.
Oh wait, hold on.
Are you officially on modem?
yeah, I am on modem actually.
Sweet.
This is a new router. It's a HughesNet Gen 5.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have an old one just like that.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good one. So,
Whose battery low was that?
it's
Oh wait, maybe that's mine. Shut up. Never mind. I'm a dummy.
yeah, that one there. It's
I'm
it's
using wireless
brand new.
earbuds,
It
and I
kind
didn't
of
realize it was my wireless.
it costed about like a little bit more than anything.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
But it's pretty good. Yeah.
I didn't bring a chart.
So,
That's depressing.
Okay, let me go ahead and do this here.
Your connection
There we
definitely seems more stable in that room.
Well, yeah. It kind of varies sometimes.
You can definitely see improvement, though.
So,
We can actually understand you too.
Don't worry, I'll have
yeah,
a joining on it.
yeah,
I'll have a joining on it. But we'll just rename it. We'll just rename the joint.
yeah.
What'd you rename it to?
Well, what do we call him? Was it like
R5D4?
Yeah, that's what we'll rename
Oh,
it to.
get out of here! Get out of here!
You know, in loving memory.
I said we should let Ronnie J pick the colors out once you finish it, so you can hand paint it for him.
Oh, be quiet.
Hey, Kilo, did you want to see my stuff I picked out this week?
Yeah, what'd you get?
So I hit a pretty good mother load today this week, going over to my local Second and Charles. First up, we got Star Wars High Republic Adventures, Monster of Temple Peak. I think
Issue 1.
Issue
Oh,
1.
the High
I think,
Republic.
Spencer, you already have.
Yes.
Yeah, it's High Republic.
Yeah,
I do have this one.
And it's one of the very last of the IDW run because I don't know if you guys heard the news this past week. All the IDW branded stuff is now switching over to Dark Horse Comics. So Star Wars and Dark Horse are now partnered up once again. And I managed to find this one also in store, the new High Republic Race to Crash Point Tower.
That one I have not gotten.
And it's one of the young reader books, so it's a little bit smaller.
That's why.
It looks like it's a short read. It's almost 180 pages. And this one I skipped over, but I'm glad I found it in store again. It's Bomber Command. It's a short story with Paige Tico. Miss Cat's here, guys.
Cat is in the house. Hello, Cat.
And
Cat's in the house. Cat's in the house.
this one I didn't expect to find in stores because it's a little bit harder to find in stores. It is the Anthony Daniels memoir book. I am C-3PO.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys have this one. It just came out like a year ago. Or 2 years ago, something like that. But yeah, it's a Anthony Daniels memoir book. And it's like almost 270 pages long. So he's put a lot of work into that. And this bad boy right here, this is the one that won the week for me. Because if you guys know anything about the visual dictionaries, you know this one is very hard to find at a cheap price. It's the Episode 1 Visual Dictionary. You can hardly find these online anymore. And when you do, they're generally in rough condition. I mean, if you look there, it's a little beat because this is a book from like 99, 2000, roughly. And it's a short book because they didn't want to spoil anything for the new movie necessarily, but it's still got a lot of surprising detail in this book. And this book can run for anywhere between like $30 to $60 now, and I got it for a whopping $6.
Nice. I
So,
think I
win
paid like
win of the week.
Hey guys, just a moment. I'm probably gonna have to bounce. I might be back later, but we'll see.
Hey Kilo, you can bounce out of full screen. I'm done.
All right. Yeah, I picked mine up for I think $12 or $13 off of Amazon.
And that was probably in like good condition too, right?
Yeah, it was in real good condition.
Because I was looking at like the new prices on Amazon. It's ridiculous how much they're charging for copies of a new 1999 book.
I almost bought a new one at one point because it was on sale for just under $30, but I kind of was like
pricey.
Good one, and I'm okay with the good one. I got two of them.
And yeah, this is the good quality, just like you were saying. And I mean, I will take this any day of the week over a brand new one. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
I picked up two of them, one that I can flip through, and then the other one that I won't mess with because I know how rare it is.
Yeah. And now I just got to find an episode 2 and an episode 3. I don't have those. And the episode 3 one's really hard to find because everybody likes the episode 3 stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna pay a nice penny for that one because I did.
And the episode 2 one is it's kind of varies. Depends on who you're trying to buy it from.
If I didn't have this table right here right now, I would go grab them because they have them sitting in the closet right back there, the visual dictionaries.
And if you want your Jada drop, look up the not the visual dictionary regular, but like the vehicles book from episode 3. I think it was, or it might have been episodes 1 through 6. It's like a vehicle compendium book. That thing is expensive online. It's almost $100.
What thing?
It's like a vehicle book before the sequel trilogy ever came out. I think it came out around like the late 2000s, and it's basically prequel trilogy and original trilogy. It's all those like cross-sectional books for the vehicles.
Yeah, the
Nice.
shapes.
But that book is almost like $100 online if you want to buy it. And that's in used condition.
Quite expensive.
I mean, you know, some of these Star Wars collectors, they have no problem dishing out that money if they get their hands on a book, though.
Yeah.
They'll gladly pay.
One day I'm going to go to GameStop and I'm going to purchase a lightsaber from there, but it's not going to be for me. It's for a friend of mine. It's for his Christmas present. It's a Count Dooku curved hilt cut hilt. It's got this metal around, and it was in a glass case, and cost me like 200, 300 bucks. I don't know, but I'm going to try to get that one for him because he
Is
loves
it just the
Cantina.
hilt?
He's,
Is it just the hilt, or is it the
huh?
FX one? Is it just the hilt, or is it the
I
FX
think it's
one?
the I think it's the FX one that it's metal
Is it a long
and
box?
it goes.
Is it
I think
round?
it might be in a long box.
Then it's the FX one.
Yes, the FX
Uh,
one. It's
I
not
don't-
the Master Replicas one.
If it tiny, then it'd be no. If
I
it
don't
be
know.
long, then yes.
The tiny one is the Master Replicas, and that is top dollar. Because the
I'm
Master
gonna,
Replicas
but
ones
I
look
found
like
one
the
over
film
at the.
official ones. They're very close to the film official ones. So those are very, very expensive.
I have a master
I,
replica of the
I,
Anakin's that I just picked up.
There's one I saw
Episode
online. I
3.
didn't know this existed. It was like a year ago. You can get a master replica of the one he has at the very end of episode 1, the little Padawan Anakin. You can get that one as a master replica, but they're like really rare.
Wow.
Yeah, the one that I got's from episode
Oh.
3, and that one wasn't cheap.
Everyone always gets the episode 3 one because that's the one that looked the best.
Yeah.
Give me a Vader saber. That's
Or
all
the
I
Vader
want.
saber. The Vader saber is another hot ticket one everybody wants.
Yeah. Well, of course, because
I am
that's the
just
most.
waiting on my Kenobi saber. My buddy bought it for me like 11 months ago when he went to Disney World on his honeymoon, and he still hasn't sent it to me yet.
yes, you said that on Livid.
I'm
Said that on
still
Livid
waiting.
yesterday.
And he's just a very
Still
forgetful guy, and he's been
waiting.
in the middle of he's moving apartments. He's been moving apartments, and he said he's like, whenever I get to move to the new place, he said, I'll see it, I'll ship it to you, man. Don't worry about it.
Wait, are we talking about whiskey?
Yeah, whiskey. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah. He's been holding on to my Obi-Wan saber for 11 months.
I can give him hell about it next time we play Halo.
Yeah, just drop that on and be like, so about Ganon's lightsaber.
Yeah, what about that Obi-Wan saber? What if you just sent it to me instead?
Just send it to him and say he'll keep it safe for me.
Yeah, well, just give it to me. You know, I could use a cool Obi-Wan saber. You know.
Hello there. No, I don't actually own any of those really nice sabers. So that's the first saber I've actually bought. I sent him the money digitally, and I'm like, just get it for me, brother, and he got it for me. So I love that man.
Hello there.
Thank you, sir.
So you all partake in any Black Friday?
I did, and I've got
I
stuff
know
on the
you
way.
did.
Actually, I think it was it coming today. Let me look. I think it's maybe supposed to get delivered today. Hopefully, we don't have any porch thieves today, because that would suck.
I did.
What's yours? What'd you get?
Hold on.
I wasn't able to go out much because I've been busy around here, and Thanksgiving. But I looked around on Amazon. It was kind of ass.
Yeah, Amazon's Black Friday was fucking.
And their Cyber Monday. It's pretty much, most of it is the same deal. There's a few new things, but it's like trash. It's like, come on, Amazon. You usually do they'll just randomly do great deals, and then whenever it's time for the big Black Friday Cyber weekend crap, they never do anything good.
All right, so that one. Okay, cool. So I should have that order by tomorrow or Monday. Can you still hear me? Okay.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back, guys. I got something in my room I want to show y'all. So
Mic check. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we hear you.
Awesome.
We hear you.
Okay, good. Because normally when I accidentally bounce out of the app, it'll normally kill my audio, but keep my video. It's so weird.
You're good. Speak with the thumb.
So, how are you?
No, Miss Kristen's over here. She's watching stuff on her phone, listening to music, just hanging out. So
I stayed up late last night watching Daredevil.
we were sitting up late watching stuff on Paramount Plus, and then she looks at her phone and she's like, "It's 2:30 in the morning," and I'm like,
That's how I was too. I just
So-
put on Daredevil like late last night. I ended up watching a couple episodes, started on the third, and it's like, holy shit, it's already 2:30. So I had to turn it off so I could go to bed.
Are all those shows still on Netflix, or have they pulled them off?
I think they're probably forever going to remain on Netflix because they're Netflix
Okay.
exclusives.
So they're just canceled shows. They're just not going to do them anymore.
Well, have you watched Hawkeye?
I haven't watched anything because you know how I am with like Marvel and Star Wars stuff. Like, where if I'm in the middle of like a marathon or rewatching stuff, I won't watch new stuff.
Okay.
It's one of those situations with Marvel. I'm still
I will
on.
say,
I'm rewatching Winter Soldier.
I will say, Daredevil's coming back.
Well, I heard, and I've seen the Spider-Man leaks, so
You've seen that? Oh.
I've seen the Spider-Man leak. I know what's about to go down, and he's been heavily rumored for months.
Yes.
So
Yeah, well, those are also at the end of the second episode of Hawkeye. It hints at something big related to Daredevil,
oh,
and so it's like the first big official thing that we've gotten for.
so basically,
Daredevil.
I have to cram all my nerd stuff in for the next month until we
Have
get
you
to
watched Hawkeye,
Spider-Man No
Keelan?
Way Home.
What's that?
Have you watched Hawkeye?
No,
No,
not yet.
However, the Ronnie in the chat is excited for Cobra Kai season 4. I am too. December 31st.
and
Give
don't
it to
forget December 29th, Book of Boba Fett.
And then December 17th is both Spider-Man and Witcher season 2.
Why would they drop two amazing things on the same day when they know we'll probably only have time for one or the other?
And then 2 days later is my fucking birthday, so I don't care.
And I think is it December 22nd is Matrix?
It's pretty close to Christmas. It's something ridiculously close.
I think it's December 22nd.
So we get to see more Keanu.
We'll see.
Which I sent Spencer a pretty dope pop vinyl that they just dropped.
That's cool. That was actually cool.
It's Neo from the Matrix, but his whole paint scheme is in the Matrix style.
Yeah, like the black with the green code.
The black with the green like numbers. It's so cool looking.
Yeah, I saw that. It's glow in the dark too. The code's supposed
The
to.
numbers
That's
glow in the
cool.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
I might have to buy that one.
I'm kind of considering getting it, but I'm not sure if I want to.
I might.
Is that one of those con exclusives?
No, I think it's a store exclusive. I think maybe I don't know.
It's like one of those like Entertainment Earth or GameStop ones.
It's like Books a Million or some dumb shit.
Oh, Books. Well, I might be able to get that through Second and Charles because they're a Books a Million company too.
Are they?
Yeah.
You probably will then. Yeah.
I'll have to go see what they have, whatever date that comes out. Which, by the way, I saw some shady Black Friday shit. I don't know if anybody saw. Like, if you're ordering pop vinyls for Christmas, be very, very careful because they're offering all these Black Friday deals, and they don't say to you directly out front about the deal. They're not like, "Hey, you'll get it in time for Christmas." They're like, "No, this is a pre-order for like a January or February release." So be very, very careful with your Black Friday shopping and Cyber Monday shopping.
I
noticed that.
I only bought like one thing for Black Friday, and that was some games on the Quest.
Yeah, and I picked up 4 discount games off my Tall Fart website.
I told you I was not going to buy any games, and then I bought games.
Yeah. Spencer messaged me. He's like, "I'm not gonna do it." And then like a few hours later, he's like, "Yo, I got like games for my Quest." I'm like, "Yeah."
I'll just say it was before I looked at the Quest deals, you know.
Then you're like, "Maybe I'll buy a few."
Well, it was the Star Wars, you know. It's for Star Wars.
I mean, you'll get to do some stuff we don't get to do because we don't have VR. So you'll have to tell us how all the VR stuff is. Yo, Kilo, did he tell you what he got?
No.
He got that new Batu game, the VR Batu game, Tales from the Galaxy's Edge on VR.
Oh, cool.
He got that on because the Star Wars games were on sale for Black Friday on his Quest shop. Look at that dingus playing his games, living his best dingus life.
He's playing something that's got to do with a bunch of
Well,
stars.
I got something to show you.
He's at the bottom of a bukkake right now.
Either that or he's in a hay blibber in Gunga City. Dude, they need a Jar Jar Binks simulator for Quest.
I'm excited to see what they're cooking up next for their next Star Wars
They
VR
need
game.
a Gungan game. Talk to the team at ILM and be like, yo, ILM X Lab, make this happen.
Well, I've actually already played through the main stories of both the main VR games on like Friends Quest before I bought my own, and then
Oh,
So
so you
that's
already
why I
beat those
wasn't-
games?
yeah, I've already played like the main one. I haven't. The only thing I haven't done is the DLC that they did that just came out.
Oh, the new one that
couple
just came
months
out
ago
for
for
Tales from the
Galaxy's
Galaxy's
Edge.
Edge.
Yeah, but I hear it's so much better than the original game, so I'm excited to check that out.
Well, it seems like every time they release a new game, the quality definitely gets better.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Vader Immortal keeps on getting better and better as it goes to the chapters, and then Galaxy's Edge. Like the story in Vader Immortal I liked more, but the gameplay in Galaxy's Edge was a lot better. Like Vader Immortal was kind of more like you could tell it was like one of those more earlier like VR games to where it,
Yeah,
like
the quality's
kinda
not
more
all
like an
there, but it's
experience.
you still feel the presence of everything.
Mhm.
Which I have yet to try any of those, so I would love to. Even though I've watched them on YouTube, like once you put the headset on, it's a whole different experience.
It really is.
I did
I
get
mean,
to do
these aren't
something
that
really
expensive.
cool.
I mean, you should check it out.
I did this one thing in an air show one time where you get to fly an F-22 Raptor with a VR headset on. That is the trippiest thing ever. Like when you have the controls in your hands, like for the throttle and the stick, but like you're like in the head, dude. You feel like you're flying a real fighter jet. It's
If
so
you ever
cool.
get a Quest 2, I highly recommend getting the strap here.
The strap. Well, I got a big head, so I have to.
Well, like it comes with like a regular Velcro strap, but this is like the better one, to where you actually can like back it out and then put it in. It's so much better than the original crappy one comes with.
Now, do you need a Facebook account to log in on there?
Yes, but I think they're changing that.
Shit, because I don't have a Facebook anymore.
I think they're changing it soon to where you won't need one. But yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna need a Meta account.
the meta. Yeah, now they're starting to call it like the meta something.
The Metaverse.
Well, yeah, well, they're also calling this. They're starting to call this meta too, which is like dumb or meta something.
It'll be like the Quest or the Meta Quest or something.
I don't know. Yeah, ignore that it has like the name of the Oculus or that's the VR company or anything.
Yeah.
They're just gonna call it Meta. So dumb. Like, why are you changing the name of this? You don't need to change the name of this whenever it already has a good reputation with the name it has. It makes no sense.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean that's how it goes a lot of times whenever a big company purchases something they don't know what to do with.
Half the time, though, we just care about the tech. We don't care what the name of it is. It's like as long as it does what it needs to do, we're just like, okay.
Like if you're gonna call your next headset Meta something, sure, I understand that, but you have no reason to currently rebrand what
No, we're
is
rebranding
already
what
in a
you
lot
already
of
have and
people's
repackage it.
hands as something
As if it's
else,
something- I bet
This
that's exactly
thing-
what they're trying to do. They're trying to repackage it as something new and be like, hey, it's new. It's like, no, it's not.
No, don't worry. Maybe once it's repackaged and everything, you'll be able to not use a Facebook or Meta account.
Hey, guys, it's the Switch OLED.
So what?
It's a Switch just with a bigger screen.
Well, kinda, a little bit. It's not. Oh, did I tell you about what I ordered for myself for Christmas?
All of the comics.
The Switch Special Edition game I bought that GameStop
that?
had in stock. Did I tell you about this? I didn't tell you about this, did I?
What game is it?
I was able to snag an order of the Metroid Dread Special Edition.
You did?
Yeah, they
How
had
the
some
hell
in
did you
stock
pull
a few
that
days,
off? Did
like
they do a
last
second?
in the
Are they
past
doing
week.
like multiple relaunches for Christmas?
I have no idea.
That's
I saw
probably what they're
people-
doing. They're probably holding a little bit of stock back just for the holidays.
That, or I saw people speculating online that it was probably from a lot of returns that people were doing.
Good point. Good point.
Because I mean, yeah. Because it's kind of insane how many like special editions of stuff people will buy and then just like not use. It's like, why?
Yeah, I ended up ordering. What did I order again? I ordered. Trying to think, what did I just order? I got the Spyro game, the newest Spyro collection.
You got Spyro.
I
Crash.
got Crash Bandicoot. I got Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I got what was the
I
fourth
don't
game?
remember yet.
It'll come to me. I'll remember it. Oh, I got the Mass Effect trilogy because it was like really cheap. It was like $25. I'm like, at that price, that new of a game, I'm like, hell yes, you're going right in my cart.
Well, I mean, it came out half a year ago and it's single player, so.
And it's yeah, and normally if it was charged any other time, it'd be like still sitting at about $50 6 months later. Yeah. So to see it down to 25, I'm like, I'm snatching you up, you're coming home.
I ended up going ahead and getting Skyward Sword. I probably should have waited, but I couldn't wait.
And you said you're loving it so far, right?
Yeah, I'm a little bit into it. How far
I think you're
reach?
farther than me already.
Am I? Are you off the Big Sky Island?
I'm off the Big Sky Island already.
Okay, I'm not much farther. Like, I'm at the point of where I'm having to find the 3 weird forest creatures.
Okay, I just did the first one, so I'm not that far behind you.
Yeah, I think I've only done 1 or 2.
Wait, no. I did that part already. I did that part already. So we're at about the same spot. It takes a little bit to get used to the controls of that game, but once you figure it out, you're like, okay, this isn't that.
Well, have you been playing with Joy-Cons or Pro Controller? Or not?
I don't have a Pro Controller, so definitely Joy-Con. But I do want to try it with my wired controller to see how well it does on there.
Yeah, well, because I found out about my stupid crap with my Joy-Cons, because apparently my L button doesn't work on my new ones, which is bullshit.
Yeah, what the hell, Nintendo?
I don't know.
Did you hear about that?
There might be an easy do-it-yourself fix, DIY fix. So I think I'm thinking about maybe I'll like whenever I'm bored, I'll just open it up and see if I can do that.
Kilo, did you hear what happened to him?
What about his controller?
So,
my newest set of Joy-Cons, I literally got.
He got these ones, the newest Legend of Zelda ones that came out a few months back.
Yeah, like two and a half months ago.
But on his, it was your left stick, right?
Yeah, that left bumper.
So
like
this
just
one
stopped
right here
working.
isn't
Yeah, I
working
noticed
for
that
him,
last time
but
I
it
was
works
trying
for
to.
me.
Yeah.
So they like straight up didn't like test his shit before it left the factory.
Well, I mean, I think the left button worked for a bit. I just don't know what caused it to stop.
So you're just gonna have to take all the screws out and just check the connections out. That's all I can think of.
Probably. Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently it's it's not a huge issue, but it's an issue that people's had before. So
it seems like a simple fix.
Yeah, it doesn't seem terrible.
By the way, can we just talk about for a second that everyone got so confused about Joy-Con drift, and then like one dude finally figured it out a couple months ago. He's like, "Yeah, you just take like a tiny piece of cardboard that's the same size, it's like a square shape. He's like, just slide it in there, screw it back in, and it works like a charm." It's like all it took is a piece of cardboard, and you're good to go.
I thought it got disproven. Did it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's still the best fix right now.
Interesting.
It causes like the pressure. I guess there's like a pressure spring or something in there, and basically it I guess it gets too close to that pad. So like whenever you get it, when it pushes down over time, that pressure like kind of stays there, and so like it's rolling around and it doesn't want to like roll back to center because it's already compressed. And so with that little piece of cardboard in there, it acts almost like a sponge, like a miniature sponge. And so it brings the pressure back off that plate, and so it recenters again. Oh, Crow has the new Switch, Kilo. And a PS5? Damn. This guy's got a PS5.
I do. My friend's family here too also has a PS5. They're the
I
one
don't
that actually
have
helped
a
out get
Switch
one.
because somebody
I
sat
am
there
loving the
and
Series X.
somebody cost me to get my Switch.
And then this guy down here in the other corner, Mr. Ronnie J, he's a legend. He's rocking old retro stuff, which is another awesome way to go as well.
And the Switch Lite. He has one of those too.
And a Switch Lite, yeah. I'm seriously thinking about in the next few years, once I move out with my girlfriend, I think I'm going to do some retro stuff again too. It seems like a lot of fun.
Retro is very sad.
I got more retro than Ronnie's got. I go back even further than what he's got.
I like that stuff too, but that's another thing. I'm waiting for this pandemic to completely end, so that way all these idiot retro collectors will come back down on their prices again. They're all sitting on their high horses right now selling Pokemon for $175.
Mr. Darko right here. We can't see anything of what's going on right over here. You see?
I know he's hiding in the dark.
I just put my finger through and it just disappears. Look, it's magic.
I'm with Crow N64 all the way, my dude. Hell yeah.
Is that a green something? Is that a green?
Is that a Master Sword?
I think it is.
It's a Master Sword.
That's one word for it.
Nope. Guess again.
Copyright.
Thanks for my copyright, Gammon.
It's okay. You play the recordings all the time, anyways. Is that actually the Master Sword, Ronnie?
No.
We can't tell on this.
Oh shit! What is
not.
it? It's definitely a sword. Wait, is that a plasma sword from Halo? No.
Power Rangers. Is that Power Rangers? I hate Power Rangers.
Oh, it's Power Rangers?
It's a green dragon dagger.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that the one he plays the flute on?
It's Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
What is that for?
It's the Green Ranger from Power Rangers, where it's like the dagger he plays the flute on, where he's like, do.
Power Rangers is like that one big geek franchise I just can't get into at all. I just find it very stupid.
Wow, Spencer, you sound like you're in a cardboard tube now.
Amen to that. That shit's dumb as hell.
Hey, I grew up on that, so I'm like half and half. Like, it's dorky, but I love it.
All the Power Rangers is
I grew up with Power Rangers.
Captain Planet all over again.
It's what?
Captain Planet all over again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Captain Planet sucked asshole too, so.
No joke. I think I still have it around here somewhere, maybe. I found a Captain Planet board game a long time ago, and I had it.
I'm done.
I don't know why
I don't like
Captain at the time
Planet,
was like, hey.
Power Rangers.
Have a good night, Crow.
I grew up mostly with the
99. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Power Rangers.
Night, Crow.
Yeah, good night, Crow, and stay crazy.
And don't feed her
yeah,
after
I try not to, but it's...
Feed the turkey, though.
Yeah.
But, see, this here came from a friend's house, actually. Came from a friend. And he gave this to me. So
I heard it from a friend.
I got this here. So, of all the time I kind of helped him out, trying to so he could survive and everything. So he gave me this here green dragon dagger. So to remember.
Can you turn on the light and then play on it?
Dragon daggers.
Can you play the flute on it? Does it actually work?
We can't see in the darkness though. Can you like turn on a little light? I want to see you play this flute.
Do.
I have to do it.
Apparently Netflix is going to be making some Power Ranger stuff.
Well, I mean, that's cool. That plays the notes.
Yeah, yeah, and it can also do different things. Um,
Imagine showing it to like a band concert and playing on that. Hell yeah.
yeah,
You'd be the coolest dude in school.
yeah, yeah, like yeah. Hmm.
For real though, like we definitely need to like talk about more about gaming, like crossplay stuff, because even though it doesn't matter what console you have in this generation, there's plenty of games we can play together. Spencer and I have found so many games like over these last few months we've been playing together. It's been a blast. I actually played Rogue Company
Mostly
today, by the way.
smashing on that.
For the first time in like forever.
Oh, I ended up deleting that since we weren't playing it at all.
Well, I played it again, so
What the fuck, Patrick?
you're welcome.
What the fuck, Patrick?
Hey, I have to do my daily task to
What the
play
fuck,
something
Patricia?
Spencer hasn't played in forever.
Your daily task of what and what? What the fuck, Patrick? Is that what you play?
Sucking sausages.
Whoa! I thought you had a girlfriend.
I mean, that too, but...
Isn't that her job?
Hey, babe, is that your job?
What?
Sucking sausages?
Sure, why not?
That's the woman's
Well,
duty.
you heard it here, folks.
Did you hear her? She said, sure, why not?
Now Patrick's going to get his ass beat. You're welcome.
I love you.
Love you.
You're welcome. I got your ass whipped.
You get me in trouble, man.
That's all right. I've been getting
Shannon, get it. Patrick,
somebody else has got to get in trouble for a change.
Patrick, let me tell you. Patrick, let me tell you this here. You getting yourself in trouble, not us.
True.
It's true.
If you didn't want to get in trouble, you wouldn't have one of those things we call girlfriends.
This is also true.
And that's 100% of the truth. If you didn't want to get in trouble, you wouldn't have a woman around.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kristen, I want to ask you this here little question. Does Patrick get himself into trouble and you had to bail him out?
Patrick's always in
not
trouble.
normally. She normally puts me in my place. She has to. So.
Who's on top? That's the real question.
We're always changing who wears the pants. Like one day it's me, one day it's her. You know.
Yeah.
Wait,
She even agrees to that. Yeah.
Wait, she agrees to what?
One day I'll wear the pants, and then the next day she wears the pants.
Just as long as you don't wear the skirt, we're okay.
Oh no! That's Ronnie J's job. He's got to wear that with his Rainbow Dash stuff.
No.
No, he's not Rainbow Dash. He's Twilight Sparkle.
Twilight Sparkle. I'm messing up my ponies. I'm not a brony. Now I'm starting to question if you are bronies.
All right, here's the deal. I grew up in the 80s when it was on, and I have sisters.
Okay, this is an OG man, so I will give him a pass.
Two, I have a daughter who had My Little Ponies as well. So unfortunately, I know the ponies and the fucking Care Bears because I have a daughter. And
Care Bears is cool. Care Bears is cool.
Now, are you guys Care Bear lore junkies?
I got nothing against Care Bears.
I do because they cost me a shit ton of money.
I got nothing against
Spencer,
Care
are there
Bears.
any Care Bear role-playing games?
Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hey, Roddy J, which Care Bear are you?
I'm nobody.
You're a nobody? Oh, that's sad. Everybody's
If
a
I had to
somebody.
pick a character Ronnie J would most likely be, it would probably be James Bond, just because he plays all the Bond games.
Ronnie J, have you seen the like newer
James
James Bond movies? The ones with Daniel Craig in it? Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace.
Oh hell! Oh
No,
no!
I've
Heck
not.
no! Heck no!
I haven't
No!
seen
No!
those.
I don't
He's
like
not James
Daniel
Bond.
Craig. He ain't no James Bond.
Nope.
Casino
He's
Royale was
not
great.
James
That was a
Bond.
great movie.
Sean Connery is James Bond.
Casino Royale was a great movie, and then the
Sean
newest one
Connery
was
is
great
James
as well.
Bond.
Sean Connery was James Bond, and Roger Moore after him. You cannot discredit Roger Moore as James Bond either.
Or there's also a Pierce
No.
Brosnan.
No, Rod.
Pierce Brosnan as Thrawn.
Shut up.
No.
Hey, we're getting him as Dr. Fate. All right, that's gonna be cool.
No, Pierce Brosnan was in that fucking Mamma Mia movie. That completely
Oh
discredited.
yeah. He's one of the dads.
No,
the potential
he's
dads.
Fuck him. He ain't worth a dick.
Mamma Mia.
He's playing Dr.
Here
Fate
we
and Black
go
Adam. I can't wait
again.
for that.
He's automatically removed. He should be like, they should Gina Carano his ass for that.
Don't you want Meryl Streep as your mother though?
Who?
I don't know. With that logic, we shouldn't get like Chris Hemsworth in anything because he was in
Wait, it wasn't Meryl
2016
Streep, was it?
Ghostbusters.
Am I mixing up actresses here? I thought it was Meryl Streep. Isn't she the mom in the Mamma Mia movies?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I only walked into the room when Jackie and Krista were watching the movie, and I seen Pierce Brosnan. I'm like, nope. He's like fucking. He's no James Bond. He's a bitch. He was in there singing. He's fucking singing. I'm like, nope, you are not.
He sings in the movie, but they make it a point that him and the other guys are not very good singers. That's the whole
But
point.
James Bond doesn't fucking sing.
Yeah, but he's not James Bond in the movie. So
That would be like fucking having. That would be like having fucking. Hold on, I got to think for a second. I lost his name.
If there was a scene in Mamma Mia where he goes martini, shaken, not stirred, and then I'd be like, okay, now he's not allowed to sing. But he doesn't do that in that movie, so.
No.
Oh fuck.
No. Sean Connery is the best James Bond, the original James Bond, and he is the only James Bond there is,
Daniel
there
Craig was pretty
and
good.
will forever known be.
Have you even
Daniel
watched Casino
Craig-
Royale, Ronnie J? That's what I want to know. Have you watched Casino Royale?
No.
Well, then you don't know if he's
no,
good because you haven't
no,
watched it. Because Casino Royale's great.
Listen, Daniel Craig, he ain't no James Bond.
You don't know that if you don't watch Casino Royale. That's a great movie.
I've seen trailers of that, and it ain't that.
Trailers isn't the same as watching a movie. You can have a bad trailer and have a great movie.
That would be just as bad
It's
as
called
having
trashy
Harrison
marketing.
Ford
With
sing.
the chocolate.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan singing that movie. You know what would be worse? Would have Harrison Ford singing, because then we would have to like fucking like just.
I'm crashing my plane again.
Shut up. Shut up. No.
Kristen beat his ass now.
Now,
Do you hear them?
We want
They
to
want
see
you to beat me up.
please.
on camera. We want to see it.
It's about to get to be a bloody battle. No, she's chilling in bed. She's like, I'm not getting that.
Please. But listen, Roger Moore, he is a good James Bond. I'm not going to deny that. He is good. I mean, he's got the look and the part of James Bond, but the voice can do some work. But he is a good James Bond. I'm not going to lie. I love Roger Moore, hands down. Now, but Pierce
You
Brosnan,
love Roger Moore with his pants down. What? Did you just say with his pants down?
I
Pantless
like
James Bond? Is that what you're wanting?
Baltimore hands down.
Oh,
Well,
hands
Hands
down.
I
down.
mean, James Bond does
Not
like to do
pants
some
down.
activities with his pants down.
Hands down.
It sounded like he wanted James Bond with his pants down.
I mean, I heard that too.
So says the
They
man
get
dressed
the hair out of your ears.
No, there's
Okay,
nothing
I
there.
did not
Nothing there.
actually hear that.
So says the one that is dresses as Twilight Sparkle. Pants down, please.
Must be the wind that said that. I don't know.
Sir, do you have any more pants?
So how do you like him, Ronnie? Boxers, not briefs.
Boxers, not briefs. Shaken, not stirred.
Oh, he wants to shake the boxers, just don't stir it, huh?
Looks like I might have to bounce in a minute. I'm not sure, but that's a good possibility.
Oh, that's dangerous when I see the first thing pop up on my screen say cyber deals for eShop on Nintendo. Was there any good eShop stuff, Spencer? Have you found out?
Anytime I see anything that says cyber, it brings back bad memories.
Oh, you want a
Audio is all
cyber?
weird now.
That's like some shit 20 years ago. Hey, you want a cyber?
Why is the audio all weird?
Kilo knows what that means.
Is the worst.
Well, I know what that. Damn right, I know what that means. I'm old enough to know what that means.
And you know what that was generally followed by?
ASL.
Hi, my name is Stone Phillips. You're on How to Catch a Predator. Hey, I'm gonna have to ask you to take a seat, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, Kilo.
Yo.
I'm not a fan of that Lego that you have sitting behind you.
What?
The Bad Batch one.
You don't like that one?
Yeah, it looks too off from its original thing. I don't like it. It's a
don't
lot more blue than their actual ship is.
Yeah, I haven't built it yet, so I don't know. Last time I built one, it was the color on the package was a little bit different from the brick, so it might be okay.
Which one is that? Is that the one from Bad Batch?
Yeah, it's a Bad Batch one.
How much did that one cost you? The ships tend to be like anywhere between like $70, $120.
I think that one was probably about 100.
Yeah, that's how much I saw it
Not
on
too
Amazon.
bad.
I want to get. They have the Batman 66 Batmobile. I want to get that.
I just built the 66 Batmobile with him and the Joker in it.
Yeah.
Talking about that one?
All right.
It was like the Walmart exclusive
Yeah.
one. I built that. That was
All
a
right.
fun build.
Well, sorry to cut you all off, but I got to go now. I'll see you all later.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Take care, Spencer. We salute the dingus. I was hoping I was going to ask him something before he left, and I totally forgot. KOTOR is still available on Switch. It's not the new KOTOR, obviously, because that's not out yet. It's the old KOTOR, but it's only available digital right now. You can't even get it as a physical release yet.
I didn't know that was even going to be a physical release.
So, Lucasfilm has been doing these as they've worked with the company Aspire to do re-releases of all the classic games on modern peripherals. So they did they've done Republic Commando and Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, and now they just re-released KOTOR on modern platforms. But for the Switch, we're still waiting on, the Switch and all the new ones, we're still waiting on a physical release.
Oh, so it's all still digital still?
The other two are available physical. You can get Episode 1 Racer and Republic Commando individually, and then they just released, I want to say it's Republic Commando. Oh, and then the Jedi Knights games. I think you can get Jedi Knight 2 and Republic Commando right now as a double pack. It's the only one they've released so far that's double pack. You can order online.
Oh, okay.
And it's in store as well. I've seen
Okay.
it in store at
Okay.
Walmart.
Well, hold on.
Have you? Where? I haven't seen them in store anywhere.
I saw it at my Walmart.
Where?
At my Walmart.
Okay.
I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, it was a very hush-hush release. You didn't
When
see a
did
lot of
they-
stuff about it online. They didn't prep it for release or anything. They just kind of put it on store shelves, and it kind of surprised everybody.
When
Yeah,
did they actually put in the stores in your Walmart?
It was probably about a month ago, if even.
I haven't even seen any over here in Gina where I'm
Yeah,
at.
it was a really quiet release, and I'm wondering if it had something to do with all these shortages they've been having lately with shipping.
Wow.
They might have planned a
Probably.
bigger release for it. It was just kind of like just all of a sudden out of the blue one day. They're like, "Here's a double pack if you want to get both games for like, I think it was like $40 or $50."
Huh.
You can get both games.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
surprised the crap out of us, especially for some of us that bought them individually. We're like, wait, we could have just waited and got a double pack. What the hell?
Yeah, but you never know if that's gonna happen.
That's true. You don't know.
You know. So
Like, I remember when Episode 1 Racer came out, it was digital only for a long time, and if you wanted a physical, you had to get it through limited run games. And I think they only had like
Yeah,
one
I
run
got
of it.
different,
If you didn't get it
physical.
physical within that run, you weren't getting a physical copy. And I think
I got
possibly
different.
they might have one of the double packs have
wait.
it in there.
Episode Racer 1 on what platform are you talking?
Switch.
Oh, I was gonna say I
think it was all platforms. There wasn't a physical re-release. It was digital, unless you got it through limited run games.
Oh well, I got the original.
Yeah, I have the original on PC and on N64. And then some people owned it on Dreamcast as well.
I did have it on Dreamcast when I had
Yes,
a
I
Dreamcast.
do have that. I got that.
And
It's
I know
the,
you're a big
it's
I know you're a
I-
big PS2 guy. Do you have Racer's Revenge?
No, I don't
I
have
think
that yet.
I do.
I
That
might have
would
to
be
go
a
there
big
and get.
game. You might want to look into getting Ronnie. It's another pod racer game they released on PS2.
I think I have that.
Yeah. I did see that, but I never actually got that. But I got the physical copy for the N64 and the physical copy for the Sega Dreamcast, and I don't have the other one. I might have to look into it to get on over a game exchange, but I have to save up some money first before I do anything.
What was that, Kilo?
Plug time.
Oh, game exchange plug.
Yay! We got it. We got it.
He had to put it there somewhere.
I have to.
So
Yeah,
go
but,
get your games
I will go
at
to Game
Game
Exchange, one day.
Exchange.
That's it. Now I'm going to tell you this here. Now, for those of y'all that are still on, only maybe 2 people or whoever is going to be listening in later on. If you ever go to a game exchange anywhere near your area, please go and pick up Star Wars, Star Wars Pod Racer Revenge or Pod Racer or any platform physical copy. If you got N64,
Especially they're rare.
PS2,
Yeah.
Sega. If you got anything that's rare, please buy it. I promise you, it's worth it. It's going to take a while, but I promise you, it's worth it. Also, if you ever get Naboo, it's episode 1, Battle for Naboo. That is also
That's
a good game.
one.
Right.
That's a good
So
one.
if you ever, yes, that one there is, it's like the Rogue Leader or platform like, but it's just strictly on Naboo. It's nowhere
Which I need to
else.
get that because that's on
Promise
N64 and I
you.
still don't own it.
Mm-hmm. I got it too, and I think it's a good game. I got the first ever Rogue Leader for the N64,
Yep.
Yeah,
and
I've got
I
that one
got
too.
I, and Shadows of the Empire. And Shadows of
Oh,
the Empire
that
is a
is one
pretty hard
every
game
Star Wars
on when
fan
you
should
kind of get.
play.
That shit's
Gotta
not
play.
easy either.
No, it was a very
Empire
hard
hard
game.
as hell.
Even on like the standard basic difficulty, it's
The
a tough game.
And the only one level I'm having trouble is at the with the Slave One with Boba Fett. Right there, that is
Oh,
the
yeah,
hardest,
especially once he gets in
level
Slave
I
1
can
and he's like
never do.
firing down at you.
I had a hard time
That's
with
hard to
IGA
do.
for the
Which-
longest time.
Talk about that level. That is one of the
Yeah.
longest levels I've ever played in a video game, especially back in those days. That level is 45 minutes long on average.
Ridiculous.
I remember playing through that as a kid and going, when is this level gonna end?
I was playing it on Live It, and I played all the way through. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not playing that shit again. It's going to go back downstairs and sit on the shelf where it was at.
And it's crazy how, like, every section of the level, you like, especially like when you're walking the canyon parts, like on the edge of the canyons, that takes forever.
Yeah. That's what I was like, yeah, you're going to
And then it just keeps transitioning from like one area to the next, to the next, to the next. And you're like, how the hell did they cram this level into this cartridge?
Yeah. I don't know how they did it.
Especially on N64. I mean, you know, PC, you can keep adding, but on an N64 cartridge, you're like, how did they pull that off?
I don't know. I think it's somehow another. I think it's dealing with the programming of the different platforms how they do it. I think it's the also the digital and maybe like the graphics and stuff like that. It's different with the PC and the N64 because it's pretty different. That's all I can say.
And then the other weird thing, a lot of people don't know about this. If you played the PC version of the game, there's actually cutscenes. But the cutscenes were too cutting edge for the N64. You don't actually have the cutscenes. They have these little like slightly animated things where you like see the scenes play out, and they're just subtitles underneath you read. So there's actually a difference between the versions of the game.
Yeah, and that's it. And also Spider-Man on the N64 Spider-Man.
Oh, versus PS1. Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah.
Spider-Man. Yeah, those are two different versions because on the N64 is the comic book version.
The comic book version.
You got the PS1,
the other one's the movie.
You got this. With the voices. Yeah, movie like.
Well, I remember there was also a PS1 version that was also the comic book, I think, as well. I think it was before the movie came out. Yeah, there was another version of it because I remember playing a demo disc for it on PS1. There might have been two different comic book variations for PS1 and N64, like two different games. I'm wondering.
No, I don't think so.
There's a lot of Spider-Man games from that era too. That's what makes it so confusing.
Oh yeah, it is. There's a lot of it, but I only got one.
They released like 5 or 6 games within like a 10-year span. So
yeah, they abuse Spider-Man in video games.
Yeah.
They're just like slap it on a game. Let's go, just play.
I like the most recent one, the one for PlayStation from a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It's weird because I bought it for the kid, and I played it more than the kid did.
I'll tell you what, though, those comic book games, even though they tend to be a little, funny at times, they're always a blast. Which it sounds like, according to Spencer, they finally have cracked the comic book gaming formula, like in top notch for this new Guardians of the Galaxy game. Because for a long time, it's been this weird like thing where, with comic book movie characters, they tend to put out a game that's generally not the most top notch. I think they did it first with that Spider-Man for PS4. That was a really big one. And then it looks like they've knocked it out of the park again with this new one.
I haven't heard anything on the new was it Miles Morales version of the game yet? I
heard a lot of people like the graphics and everything, but the biggest complaint with that one was the story was too short, according to the players. It was like way shorter of a story than the first Spider-Man game that came out. But other than that, everyone said the quality was fine. Everything looked great. The combat controls were great. So I think those two versions of Spider-Man, I think the Miles Morales one feels more like almost like an extended, slightly upgraded visuals, like DLC almost.
It might be. They might also do a
I
DLC.
have to.
Which Miles
agree.
Morales was a PS5 release. So that's why the upgrade, the visuals are better. So I think if they do the next big game, which they did the teaser for, it's coming, it's on the way. Both of them are going to be in it. That'll be the third game in the series. That one I think is going to be a heavy hitter. I think they've learned their lessons from both games, stuff to work on. That might be the one everybody's going to want to buy. Because that's going to have Venom in it too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they put out a trailer. It's
ever...
Spider-Man and Miles Morales. They're like fighting. It's both Spider-Man fighting all these crime guys. And there's this shot where they land on the street and they both look into an alleyway, and the alleyway is pitch black dark, and there's a light flickering, and all of a sudden it's flicker, 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 and then it stops flickering, and then all of a sudden the light just comes back on full, and you just see Venom's face come out of the shadows and his mouth opens. It's creepy.
I'll have to check that out.
It's on YouTube. I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, do that because I want to see.
It's spooky, but it's cool because you're you get Spider-Man, Miles, and Venom all in one game. Holy crap!
But now hold on. And speaking of Venom, though, Patrick, when do you think Venom Let There Be Carnage of DVD might come out?
Well, I just saw something online. They're getting ready to release it next month, it looks like, because
they have to really.
They were already putting up digital pre-orders as early as this last week.
Patrick, have you seen it?
I haven't seen either of the Venom movies yet.
They have to release it on
I've seen the first
Blu-ray.
Well, they have to release it because
Spider-Man.
I heard the post-credit scene for the second movie ties directly to the new movie. So they want people to get their hands on it to watch it before Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, they have to they have to release it before the Spider-Man movie. They have to. Or it's not, because the people what the fuck?
I'm assuming that post-credit scene explains a lot of stuff. I haven't been spoiled by it yet.
The post-credit scene, yeah, you're going to be what? Because I was what?
I might have to just pick up the first one on Blu-ray because I just saw it the other day at work. I think I'm going to pick that Blu-ray up.
Yeah, it was cheap in there. It was only
it's really cheap right now. And then I'm going to find out what the release date is on that second one, and I'm going to watch that just in time for the new movie. And then I'm going to go see No Way Home.
Oh, I can't wait to watch Venom Let There Be Carnage again. That was a great movie. Awesome. And
man.
Woody Harrelson did a great job as Carnage.
I'm glad to hear that.
That's kind of
man, I love his voice.
That's kind of
that voice is so
embodied Carnage. Just.
By the way, I think I've honestly, from what we've been seeing so far with stuff, I think this is also, even though I haven't been spoiled on the Venom stuff, I think the reason they've been delaying Morbius is whatever happens in No Way Home is going to have some sort of implications in Morbius.
It should, yes.
And I think because of COVID pushing these movies back, they had no choice but to wait to delay Morbius until after No Way Home.
That's the way it was going to be coming anyways.
And they can't release Morbius first because it would
Right.
make no sense. And now, if Spider-Man's in this new, supposedly the theory is he's going to leave the MCU to go back and do the Sony Spider stuff in their little thing. But because of the stuff going on in the MCU right now, where they're opening up these multiverses and tying everything together, even though he's going back to the Sony side, it still feels like one giant cohesive story.
I wouldn't be so optimistic.
They won't call it the MCU. They'll call it like the Sony whatever Spider-Man thing. But if they decide down the road to bring Tom Holland back, they could multiverse him back into the MCU, and it's already being explained right now in the MCU like storyline.
Really?
Yeah, the way they're writing these stories right now, it almost sounds like the stuff that just happened in the Loki show back this summer has like opened up so many new possibilities for anything that can happen. Like literally they've both created a never-ending list of possibilities, but they've also created a whole giant list of don't F this up.
Right.
Because this has never been done before in Hollywood writing. And
Which I don't think they will, because
it's a real fine line they're treading right now.
I don't think they will, because they are actual like diehard fans writing these movies.
And they've read the source material, so they know what they're doing.
So that's why these movies are as good as they are, because they are done by the hardcore fans themselves. They just have the ability to direct movies and write screenplay. You know,
and the fact they've now opened up the multiverse makes all of these other small. It sounds stupid, but it makes all of the comics, all of these little cartoons and things you thought of like, oh, that's for kids. Now all of a sudden you're telling me this one character that appeared in this one thing could magically somehow pop up in the MCU, and you go, yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah, it's all tied together, and it should. If they have any kind of airtime anywhere within that universe, they should be able to just pop into one of the movies.
And that might explain why they're doing that. They're bringing back the X-Men animated show, not just because it's a fan favorite. They could pull something very, very small and make a reference to something from even an animated show that makes you go, "Oh my god!" Like if Doctor Strange wanted to pull a quote or something, or wait, what?
Or they can pull one of those characters.
Pull them into live action.
Yeah, they're bringing the show back to make the characters relevant for the new generation.
What if a real life, a live action version of that Wolverine showed up in, say, the new Doctor Strange? Everyone would lose their minds.
Oh yeah, like the Wolverine that we know. Like, no offense to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine,
but the animated one that kids grew up with. Yeah, but in a live action role.
Right, that would be.
You go, what the hell? Animated people can come to live action now?
Like if they somehow got Hugh Jackman to portray the animated version of him, that would be ridiculously fucking awesome.
I would be down for that.
Yeah,
it would.
I mean, and the outfit would look exactly like he would be from the animated realm.
Yeah,
like the yellow and the blue that everyone's used to.
Yeah, not the jeans and a biker jacket.
Not the jeans and the biker jacket. Nothing wrong with that look, though. That's a dope look too.
But that's not Wolverine when I think about Wolverine. See, me, like when I initially think of Wolverine, even still now, it's the blue and the yellow, not the biker Wolverine.
And another thing to scratch your head on now is, now that the multiverse is open, that means Old Man Logan exists now too in the multiverse.
Right.
So throw that into the mix.
Well, that is true.
So imagine animated Wolverine meeting Old Man Logan. And you go, Hugh Jackman meeting Hugh Jackman? What?
That's going to be a bit awkward.
Especially now that Hollywood has all this new de-aging technology. They can do some really cool stuff.
Right.
You can bring back, Look what they just did with frickin' Luke Skywalker and the Mandalorian. Like our jaws dropped. We were like, wait, you can do that?
Yeah, because wasn't it supposed to have been
What?
portrayed by what's his name, Sebastian?
No, they never hired Sebastian Stan.
No,
that was always a fan casting. The fans wanted him to come back as a full series of Luke Skywalker, but they found this young kid who looked awful lot like Mark Hamill and kind of used him as like a placeholder for the dots on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had Mark Hamill come in and do the work with him. They were both recorded for the same voice lines and mimic like their head movements and mouth movements and stuff. So that way, when they would go back in, they would also take old archive footage of Mark Hamill from the 70s and kind of layer all three on top of each other, just like thousands and thousands of MarkHamill's face in a 3D representation. And the computer used like AI software.
Back in
yeah.
You mean back in 1977 and A New Hope?
Through the early 80s, they took old archival stuff from either the Star Wars sets, behind the scenes stuff, TV interviews, anything Mark Hamill did from that period that was on film or video.
Yeah.
They compiled it, all of his face, and they basically, from like here all the way to here, any face movements or facial muscles he moved, all of that was compiled in a computer database. So basically it made like a 3D like profile of Mark Hamill from that time period in his life. So that way they can put him on either his older version or a guy that looks a lot like him from that time period and kind of stitch it together to make what we saw in The Mandalorian. It's a lot of hard work, but now that we have the computer technology that's there to help you, it's a lot less harder than it would have been.
Okay.
So like here
That's
today,
pretty
we're
good.
doing
That's
this
pretty
interview. If Lucasfilm wanted to use our faces from now, but 30 years down the road, they could use all of this footage from Kilo's broadcast to bring back Ronnie J 30 years from now and de-age him.
Oh my lord! Really, Patrick? Really?
Especially when they got to make that commercial for Game Exchange. They want that young, crisp-looking Ronnie J 30 years from now.
No. You need to do one for Kilo up there. Do a de-aging for Kilo because he is the oldest.
Mando sus. He's quiet over there. He had to shut his camera off for a minute, I guess.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's all right. He'll be back.
You know, Patrick. I had. Yeah, he'll be back in a minute. But you know, Patrick. I have been watching I kind of watch a Disney movie, but over at a friend's house called. Have you ever watched one called Smallfoot?
Smallfoot? No, I've heard of it though. I hear it's a pretty good movie.
It's a pretty good Disney movie. It's a pretty good one. It's about some Yetis and it was in a mountain. And
is it on Disney Plus?
Trying to find these humans. I think it might be, but it's also on DVD.
If it's on Disney Plus, I'll check it out.
Yeah, try it out.
There's a lot of hidden gems on
I,
Disney Plus that like you'll just be like scrolling through one day and you'll be like, "That's on Disney Plus? What?"
Yeah. Hey,
welcome back, Kilo.
Here's this Paramount Plus. On Paramount Plus, guess what? A post-COVID of South Park on Paramount Plus.
I saw that. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw it was on there. My girlfriend and I have been on a Nickelodeon watch spree all this week, just rewatching old Nickelodeon stuff.
Like iCarly, which you call iCharles.
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of old iCarly stuff from the 2000s.
And you call it iCharles.
I call it iCharles just to mess with her.
Wait a minute. Kristen, if you can hear me over there, you like iCarly?
Yeah, she loves it.
Yeah.
Really? Huh. I
Yeah,
haven't watched
that
that
was our
Nickelodeon
childhood
show in a
growing up,
long
so we
time.
enjoy watching that stuff.
Oh, really?
Like anything from like Nickelodeon from like the 90s or the 2000s, like that's our stuff to watch. We love it.
I mean, I know that the same girl that played in Drake and Josh, but
Oh yeah, Miranda Cosgrove. And if you go on Paramount Plus now, they brought iCarly back as a reboot, and she looks way different now as an adult.
She does.
But yeah, they brought like the main actors.
But don't forget,
I think
you gotta have
everybody except
Sam.
Jeanette McCurdy. The only one they didn't bring back was Jeanette McCurdy because she quit acting.
Wait a minute, the one that played as Sam.
The one that played Sam, yeah, she quit acting. She wasn't ever really interested in acting. She was just doing it to help her family with money stuff.
I was about to say, can I ruin your childhood?
Yeah, that's a good childhood ruiner right there.
And also, she had an eating disorder when she was on.
Oh yeah, and she had eating disorder while she was doing all her shooting for Nickelodeon at the same time. But if she were still acting, and I looked into this, I always said because of how she acted on all those Nickelodeon shows back in the day, you kind of got to see her range as an actress at the time, even though she was a young actress. I always said like she can go from like really subtle to like really emotional, really like quick. I always thought would have been like the perfect role for her to play in Star Wars would be like an Imperial officer because they go from really subtle to really quick in their anger or whatever's happening in a scene in Star Wars. I'm like, if you want a really cool like First Order officer, get her in. She'd be perfect for that role. And she has. I remember like if you go back and watch iCarly, she has the eyes for it too. She's just got that stare, and I'm just like, that's what you need in a First Order officer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, some of these British guys they have
Kilo,
that play a lot of those officer roles. I love the British guys. A couple of memes
for you.
And I don't know who the girl is. The one that's in Rise of Skywalker. She plays one of the officers for the Final Order. She's like one of the shorter girls that's an officer. She's got a real mean stare too that I love. She's the one that does that. The officer like walks up to her and he asks her for permission to fire the laser that destroys that ice planet. Not Pasana. What is it? Kajimi. When they blow up Kajimi in episode 9, yeah, that they walk up to her and she's just like, fire. And you're like, whoa. Like, even though it's such a short, quick like snippet of that movie, it's such a powerful scene. I love those officers, especially like the lady officers in Star Wars. They're just like, damn.
Yeah, I've seen them.
That's why if you read the books, like I love Ray Sloan as a character. Ray Sloan's got that a lot in her character arc as well.
Oh man!
Which, by the way, that's
pretty funny.
A really cool character. Have you ever read the Ray Sloan stuff, Kilo?
No.
So like she started off as like an Imperial junior officer.
Okay.
And she crosses paths with Kanan Jarrus. So as a junior officer, she's already crossing with like a surviving Jedi. And then as her story progresses, she like climbs the ladder of the Empire. And then by the time you get to the end of the Aftermath books, she is like a full-on fledged like high-ranking officer as they're like the end of the Galactic Civil War is like wrapping up, coming to an end. And then she basically ends up leaving the Empire, if I recall. I'm trying to remember. No, she goes into the Unknown Regions. And I think that's the last we had heard from her. I'm trying to remember. It's been a hot minute since I've looked into her story arc. Yeah, she goes off to the unknown regions, and we haven't heard anything about her really ever since.
Okay, who goes to the unknown region?
What was that, Ronnie?
Who goes to the unknown regions?
This character I was telling you about, Ray Sloan.
I don't know this character.
Yeah, she's only in the books and in the comics. That's why a lot of people don't know who she is. But if you read like her entire story arc from like the time she's like a junior officer all the way up through the Battle of Jakku at the very end of the Galactic Civil War, which is like right after Return of the Jedi, like her whole story arc is like she goes from like, hey, I'm like a junior officer to like, holy crap, I'm commanding like armadas of Imperial ships. So it's a cool build, like a cool character build.
Huh.
You get a little bit of everything, which is kind of like what they're doing with the Thrawn stuff right now. They show you how he became like a part of the Empire and worked his way up, which I think is what they're building for. They decided they wanted to build for in live action. They started with the books. They brought back Timothy Zahn to write all the new canon stuff. So when they brought him into Rebels, everybody's like, why would you bring him into Rebels? And the reason they did that is they wanted to build Thrawn up. And then when they get to the stuff they're doing with Mandalorian right now, where they're bringing him back for the Ahsoka show, they'll have built his character out so far that by the time you get to where he shows up in Ahsoka, it's going to be pretty much like where he was in Heir to the Empire in the books back in the 90s. Where he's just going to be like the exact badass you remember from that time period for a lot of people when they got into Star Wars as a kid. Or in Kilo's case, as a young man.
Yeah. I was a teen.
Did you ever read those books?
Which ones?
The Thrawn trilogy back in the 90s?
I don't think so. No, I don't remember.
So, like, for a lot of people, that was, like, quintessential, like, the beginning of their Legends stuff. So, for a lot of people, that was, like, how they introduced them. They got introduced to Thrawn and learned that he's kind of like this badass military leader for the Empire that's kind of like, most of the Empire is already gone, but he's kind of part of the remnant that's, like, kind of, he still kicks ass and takes names even with what he has limited left over.
Right.
So the idea of kind of what they're setting up now in Mandalorian is basically, now that it's set after the events of the Battle of Jakku, there's really not much of an Imperial remnant left. So do you remember when Boba Fett showed up finally in Mando, and he flew through the clouds chasing after that one after the droids, and then he flew through that cloud and he saw the Imperial ship and he goes, "The Empire, they're back."
Yeah,
he's kind of shocked that he's seeing an Imperial ship like right there in front of him. He's like, wait a minute, I thought we were done with this. That's kind of the same point they're trying to bring, like, from Legends to canon, is that there's not much of an Empire left around anymore.
Well, right. It's just the remnant, the remnant Moffs, kind of like Gideon and they're, you know, still have their rank, but they don't really have much left. But, you know,
there's not much of a structure overall, and they're all kind of like fighting for power against each other.
Yeah,
which is kind of what they set up in the Aftermath books again as well. Is that all of these Moffs, like around the time of the Battle of Jakku, they're all kind of struggling for power once they heard that the Emperor is so. At the time, we knew it as the Emperor is dead. Before Rise of Skywalker came out, we found out he had the book after the movie came out. We found out he really just transferred his Force essence into some sort of clone body out on Exegol.
Well, we already knew he was gonna do that. I mean, not everybody, but any.
Well, we figured it's Palpatine. He always had some sort of backup plan.
He had a contingency plan to do it. He was already experimenting doing that before, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, look as far back as Attack of the Clones. That man had been planning things like decades in advance.
Right.
And if the rumors are true, he was creating Rey's dad as far back as before Episode 4. And you're like, you look at the timeline and you start to go, this Palpatine guy is like way ahead of everybody else. He's like the Elon Musk of just everything.
Well, he knew because he was the one that orchestrated everything, and he knew what the outcome of all of it was going to be.
Or he knew roughly what the outcome was.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Which honestly, if they
Yeah.
wanted to do another trilogy, which I don't think they will, at least not in the Skywalker saga.
I think there's something. I think he's gone for realsies this time, but I think he has set up a contingency plan because I don't know if you noticed this during episode 9. This guy's a Sith. Where is his apprentice? He doesn't show up in episode 9. That man has plans for an apprentice to show up. That was the first thing I thought of when I was watching episode 9. I was like, so where is Palpatine's apprentice?
Right.
Because that man has always had an apprentice. Watch the entire Skywalker saga, watch all the animated stuff. He has always had an apprentice.
One, the apprentice wasn't there. 2, he had the ability to transfer his essence from the Death Star 2 to Exegol.
In the unknown regions.
Yeah, when he got tossed down the
reactor shaft. He's like, all right,
So-
I'm jumping bodies.
Do you really think he's gone? He could have transferred his essence right there at the end of episode 9 as well.
This
Yep.
is the part that's kind of weird because
And that physical body that he was in that melted away, you really think him with the way he was, he's done? He didn't transfer his essence anywhere at that point in time, which allowed her to defeat him and melt the body away?
And
do you really think?
here's
now
the
think
thing
about this.
I find
Do
kind of
you
weird
think
about it.
Do you think Rey was able to defeat the eternal Sith Emperor?
I think had it not been a situation where they
Shut
have
up,
this
Spencer.
what do they call, what's the new thing they always talk about now that Rey and Ben are they're
Looks like Ronnie J has.
Jeez, I'm trying to think what the thing is called. They call it in episode 9. Right, the Force dyad thing.
Sorry about that.
I think
Ronnie J
the
has
Force
four
dyad
eyes.
is going to be the explanation for how Palpatine was defeated.
Sorry guys. I was looking through something on my phone,
I
and
think
I was trying to.
But
find
I'm also
the-
with you, Kilo, that I think regardless of if he's dead or not, no matter what happens, that man has a contingency for this. No doubt.
but how will they write it? Because he had a contingency for the whole sequel trilogy.
Do you know?
He was
Do you know?
behind all of that when we thought he's been dead since '83.
I already know the answer.
What do you got?
So the wonderful folks at Lucasfilm, I love to bring this up. They kind of spilled the beans a little bit with the Force Awakens visual dictionary. If you go to the pages where you look at the Snoke information, the very first time they brought Snoke into Force Awakens, there's a little entry in the visual dictionary where they talk about Snoke not having one apprentice, but 2. It's not just Kylo Ren. There's a supposed unknown second, and they've never brought it up ever since then. We don't know if that idea has been scrapped, whatever's happened with that. But now you go cut back to post episode 9 now, with Snoke's gone, Palpy's gone. What if that second apprentice is still floating out there, and that Palpatine? Well, we know after post episode 9, Kylo Ren was just being used as a pawn. He was never going to be a Sith apprentice. Never.
No.
Palpatine was just playing him like a puppet.
Oh,
Palpatine
He did it through Snoke,
just
and now he knows.
played him to keep the heat of the Force users of getting any kind of sense or idea that Palpatine was back. So he had to have Kylo Ren be the distraction.
He was the distraction, and then on top of that, he created Snoke, but he made sure Snoke was just powerful enough to keep control over the galaxy while he was gaining enough strength as this new clone body, but not so powerful that Snoke could ever conquer him.
Right.
So basically, Snoke was kind of this puppet leader for Palpatine, and he was kind of watching over Ben. But the ultimate plan was Ben was never, ever going to get past him. What he didn't know was Ben was part of a dyad and that he was going to overthrow Snoke. Nobody knew he was going to overthrow Snoke. Even he thought, Ben wasn't going to overthrow Snoke unless Palpatine was like, the Snoke guy, he's a temporary figurehead. If he gets offed, he gets offed. At the end of the day, Palpatine has control over him.
Right.
Palpatine created Snoke.
Yes, he did.
He created Snoke through the dark science of the dark side of the Force from Exegol to distract the Resistance to give Palpatine more time to unveil his own master plan from Exegol for the newly armored Star Destroyers with the panic-killing cannon under the belly of the Star Destroyers.
Yep, he was sitting there developing his tech, and he was sitting there killing time to help keep his physical body alive and keep his spirit in some sort of vessel, whatever that vessel might be. And he was just biding his time. And then he decided after Papa Snoke was gone, he was like, all right, time to show myself again. And now that you look back on it, you might not like the explanation of how he showed, how he showed up in Episode 9, or how they had Poe Dameron just say, somehow Palpatine's back. But if you really think about it step by step, it's like, of course that's how Palpatine's going to reveal himself. He was never all showy necessarily up to that point. But if you watch the Fortnite video where he makes that broadcast to the galaxy, you're like, okay, Palpatine, this is a little extreme. But hey, what he did at the during Episode 3 where he announced that the Republic was going to become the Empire, you're like, okay, that's kind of on brand with Palpatine to make some sort of galactic broadcast.
Right.
That's why I love they showed that scene in Bad Batch where they have like that, where they're all the clones are on Kamino watching his broadcast, like on Coruscant. They're like, all right, we got to watch this silly broadcast because Papa Palps has an announcement to make. So.
Yep, I found Exegol. I know where it's at.
It's in the unknown regions.
I know that, but I know the exact location in the unknown region. I know exactly.
Oh, on the galactic map?
It's not that far from Ilum, actually.
It's a little bit away from Ilum, but it's not.
Nope.
I mean, yeah, it's close enough. And then I love that Jedi Fallen Order, they finally explained that Starkiller Base actually is Ilum. You went, whoa! That was the coolest reveal, though. When you play Jedi Fallen Order and you beat the campaign, and then you go back to Ilum after you beat the campaign, and it transforms like into the beginning of Starkiller Base, and you're like, that is the coolest Easter egg ever!
Ow.
Yes, and the Chiss Ascendancy is also in the unknown regions, where Thrawn is from.
What is it?
Where Thrawn's people are from, it's the Chiss Ascendancy. It's like a federation of a bunch of different worlds.
It's almost like the CIS, but except that it's different.
It's kind of like a small little enclave of planets. It's kind of like I'm trying to think. The closest thing to it in Star Wars would probably be like the corporate sector. Which I think the only time we've seen the corporate sector in live action was the Cantina planet from Last Jedi, Cantonica. That's the only planet we've seen from the corporate sector. Other than that, it's just kind of been in the legend stuff. It's where all the bankers and the rich all the bankers and rich galactic people go. That's the corporate sector.
Hmm.
It's where all the business
Yeah.
deals are made.
Yeah.
The shady and not so shady. Either that or back on Coruscant in the underground.
Oh,
Basically, once you start getting like diving into Legends and
Yeah.
canon Star Wars stuff, you kind of find out that, like, there's underground on every single planet, and it's just shady business is just kind of everywhere.
Right.
mm-hmm.
At least all the
Hey,
civilized.
I got.
Which, by the way, I'm so excited for Book of Boba Fett because they're gonna finally start diving into that shady business stuff, and it's like about damn time.
Now we get to see what makes the galaxy go around.
I mean, they just started to tease us just enough in Mandalorian, and now it's like, all right, here we go, December. And Kilo, you remember this, like, like for the last 5 years during the sequel trilogy, everybody kept saying, we want more Underworld content. And now we're finally getting it. I'm wondering if they're going to take some of those old George Lucas Star Wars Underworld like script ideas, like take some of those concepts and put them in Book of Boba.
Maybe.
Because do you remember reading about that? How like basically like
George
Lucas has all the scripts for that show ready, and they just like canned the show. It never happened. The scripts just kind of sat on the shelf at Lucasfilm. Vader and Thrawn be my bros. I gotta say though, that Thrawn Alliances book with Vader and Thrawn, where they go to what's that planet at Disney World? Keelan knows what I'm talking about.
The what?
The Batu, the planet you go to when you visit Disney World or Disneyland. The second of the new Thrawn books that Timothy Zahn did, Vader and Thrawn go to that planet. So like when you're walking in the Disney parks, you are literally walking in the steps of Vader and Thrawn. It's so cool.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of trippy. That's part of the reason I want to go to the Disney parks, so I can be like, yo, this is where badasses walked. I would say the story was overall pretty good, but I mean, it wasn't the greatest of the Thrawn books, but they did some pretty cool stuff in the stories. Without spoiling any details. And Padme's in that book too.
I just got one thing to say.
Padme and Anakin are in that.
I just got one thing to say here. Spencer, go to bed.
Go to bed. It's Saturday. What time is it?
1:08 in the morning.
Yeah.
1:08? All right, yeah, I think I'm going to stay just a few more minutes. And I'm going to probably head off for the night.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting out of here soon. I'm sitting here squirming. This freaking back nerve is driving me nuts.
I think I'm going to read a little bit
tonight.
tonight.
Sitting in this here computer chair.
And hang with Miss Kristen. I think that's the plan for tonight. Just hang in, relax for a little bit, and then we're going to hit the bed.
But I just want to say this here, guys. So how do y'all like this here little setup I just did with my tablet?
It's working though.
Yeah,
it's definitely working.
So you think it would be a good idea to use a tablet, or you think it'd be better to just use my phone?
It seems to be running about the same, but just a little bit smoother on your tablet.
Yep. A lot of it has to do with the modem and the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's a lot to do with your modem and your Wi-Fi for sure. And since you're sitting right next to it, I mean, you got the best signal right there. So
Probably
that might be
I might have,
that might be the best spot to do your stream at.
yeah. I just hope it don't cut out on me like it did, but hopefully it's good. I just hope it's good now. I had to do a whole bunch of little follow, feedback, StreamYard, blah 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 things. So
Yeah.
hopefully.
Hopefully you're all good.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, I can see y'all a whole lot bigger in a bigger screen here, so it's almost like I do it on the computer, except I'm on the tablet. It's a little bit more bigger screen.
Dude, what are you doing?
He called you a boomer.
You crazy. Boomer? I'm not a boomer. You're the Joker boomer. Boomer.
Not even a boomer, and I'm older than all of you.
You know what we should just start calling this show? We should call it Kilo and His Children.
Basically calling you old.
No.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Just like
You
my
said
father.
it. I did not.
I've made it this far.
There's a reason we call him Big Daddy Dingus.
Ooh.
Who's Big Daddy Dingus?
You.
Oh. Have you been peeking in on the showers again?
Actually, that's the part where Spencer would normally step in and be like, yeah, sausages.
Yeah. That's okay. He's going to say that in the chat.
Yeah, man. I've been having a good day today. Today's been a good day. I really can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
So what's on your plans for this next week, Kilo? You got anything coming up or any new purchases coming in that you're looking forward to getting?
Maybe on next Friday I'm going to try to go pick up a couple figures, but other than that, no. They got the last piece to the Batman animated series that I want to get. Two-Face.
Oh, the Funkos?
Yeah, the Two-Face one comes out Friday.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to be going to get that bitch, hopefully. And that's the last piece I'm waiting on.
Was that a pre-order or is that one you just pick up in store?
That's a release in stores, so you
got to be like right there at opening.
Yep, unfortunately. I'm hoping my back is better by then so I can tolerate it, because when I went Thursday night to GameStop, I was in so much pain because this started with me on, I want to say, Tuesday.
Oh, damn.
And I've been in like killer pain, and I went and stood in line for like an hour and a half. And
that had to be hell on your back.
It was. But it was worth it for the most part. But I still.
Do you at least have one of those back braces?
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna try that tomorrow.
Get one of those like wearable ones that you can like. It wouldn't like.
I got one. Yeah. It's like the elastic one where it velcros. I got one of those.
Velcro's in the back or in the front?
In the front. Yeah. You know, like the ones that you wear for. You know, you probably wear them because you unload truck.
Well, I should be wearing one, but I don't. And then I get home from work and I'm like, my back. And then my mom's always telling me, you gotta get one of those.
But yeah, you know, I'm gonna try one of those because I was thinking about that, you know, a little bit ago. But I'm like, well, what the hell's the point now?
At this point in your life, it's just to keep the pain off as much as you can.
Well, no, I'm like saying like tonight, because I'm like, what the hell's the point of?
Yeah, it's not gonna help you now. You just throw the Asper cream or pain meds on and just do what you can.
And then I'm gonna go to bed, and you can't really. It's not comfortable to wear to bed, so.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's the point? Like last night, I went to bed. I fell asleep on the heating pad,
Which is probably literally the best thing you can do for stuff like that.
It's like heat or ice, and the ice doesn't help. The heat just,
Or throw on those patches before you go to bed.
yeah.
And even then, you're not even supposed to leave those on, are you?
No.
Yeah, you got to put it on like way before bed and then take it
I
off.
think
right before you go to
somebody
bed.
started to make trouble.
Spencer's causing you crap, Kilo.
I believe
I'm
somebody's
not
starting to make
paying no attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
He's calling you old.
You ready? You want to know what he said? He said, Daddy Kilo be having back trouble.
It's a side effect of
Not a
being
side
old. It's a
effect
side
of being
effect.
old.
It's a side effect of working my ass off my whole goddamn life.
Yep.
Like
100%.
I've had multiple surgeries in that area of my body because I've worked my ass off my whole life ever since I was 15 years old.
Yep.
Either between playing sports and working, I put my body through hell.
It's just repeated stress injuries.
And now it's just like, even if it wasn't a pandemic, my doctors were going to shut me down anyways because it's just too much damage. Like, I'm a wreck physically.
Which is why you do what you do, man. But that's why you always do a good job at what you do, even when you're down and out. Because you don't let shit like that get you down.
I may be a lot slower than I was a couple months ago before this kicked up, but I still get the shit done. It just takes a lot longer to do.
Yep, and then you always put in 150% in with your streaming.
Nah, I mean, like today it's been rough. I've been sitting here for 2.5 hours dying.
Yeah, I imagine.
And before I came on here, I was on for 2.5 hours. So I've been sitting here streaming for fucking 5 hours.
Oh, are you going to watch that show that just came out, Spencer, that everybody keeps talking about? What is it, Wheel of Time? Everybody's been talking about that on Twitter. They were like, you got to go watch this new Wheel of Time show. I'm just like, okay. I don't care, but okay.
Have a good night, Daddy and brothers.
Daddy and brothers.
The sad thing is I'm old enough to be his dad.
It's true.
I have a kid that's only like a couple years younger than him.
I think I'm probably on the upper region of probably not quite there, but yeah.
Not quite where.
You would have had to been a teenager to have me.
I have friends that, how old are you? 20 what?
27. Which Ronnie J is the same as well, if I'm not mistaken, right? 27 as well?
No,
that's right, you're 26.
I'm 26.
Because I remember you're a year younger than me.
Okay, hold on. You're 27, 26? No, wait, I don't think. No, I honestly, a girl who I was good friends with that's my age has kids that are your guys' age because she got knocked up in like 8th grade freshman year.
Jeez. That's
so,
young.
Well, yeah, and I was fucking around too at that age too. So,
well, you got lucky.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still,
we're putting Ronnie J to sleep. The yawns have begun.
26. That would put me at what, like 15, maybe 16. Yeah, I'm old enough to be your fucking daddy too, boy.
Shit.
That's why you fuckers call me Daddy Dingus.
No, I think that'd be Spencer. Me, no.
I'm your pappy, motherfucker. I am your dingus pappy.
Big Daddy Funko.
Big Funko Daddy.
Big Funko Daddy.
Just call me Funko Pappy, all right?
There's a reason they call you the Master of Keyblades.
Oh, no. Oh, Lord. And please, I'm going to just say this right now. Please don't.
I have no problem
I don't want to see Darth Daddy Dingus on there.
Oh, he's saying don't change your name on StreamYard.
Don't do that, please. It'd be so. I'd be like, because then you're gonna get Spencer
It'd be like
be
breaking
talking
up the
about
Beatles.
this and that. Be like,
I'm gonna break up
be
the
like Darth
dingus.
Daddy Dingus.
You're gonna break up the dinguses. I mean, when we get on here and stream, we are like a giant family.
Oh,
Though.
Lord.
That's for sure.
I don't know how
That
I
is
want to
true.
respond.
That is true.
I don't know how you should respond to that.
I really don't know what to say to this one.
Next, he's gonna be like, "Can you tuck me in and read me a comic, Daddy?" Nah, it's okay. We're all adults. We can tuck ourselves in and then drink a nice beer before bed or a whiskey or something. Except Spencer, because he's underage.
How?
Hey, dingus, that's okay. I'll drink one for you.
And then this man's drinking the real man's Dr. Pepper, those tall bad boy Dr. Peppers. The real deal Dr. Pepper. Oh, no, that's the small can. Small can? Or I can't tell. Is that the tall boy or the small boy?
It's a regular size can.
Because have you seen those ones you can get at the gas station? The tall bad boys? Yeah. That's a real man's Dr. Pepper right there. I'll tell you what. But I'll tell you what, though. If you can pound like 2 of those small cans, it's like the same thing. So.
Well, I drink the shit like water.
I used to. I had to cut back. It would either make me jittery or I definitely get dehydrated pretty quick. So I have to like kind of mix my Dr. Pepper and my water intake.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. It's still my favorite drink, I would say. But my brother introduced me to, if you ever go to those like Coca-Cola Freestyle things like at restaurants.
Yeah.
If you want to try something dope, get that raspberry Coke. That I was not expecting that stuff to be good. That stuff's delicious.
Raspberry flavored Coke.
Raspberry Coke?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like you go, what? Why would I drink that shit? Try it.
Well, I was saying that too with fucking was it a cream soda Dr. Pepper?
Which I still haven't tried that, but everybody tells me that one's equally as good too.
I drink that one religiously.
And now it's so good you can buy it in stores in a 12-pack.
I love Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Yep. I get it in the it's biblical, trust me. It's in the red words.
I remember I was stocking soda aisle.
I could get it in a 6-pack bottles.
This one lady.
I get 6-pack bottles and I get it in 12-pack cans. I'm just waiting for a 2-liter bottle to hit my area.
This one lady, she came in the store before we even had it.
I drank that in the 2-liter bottle. Like, it came in a 2-liter bottle down here.
When are you all getting this stuff in? She says, this Dr. Pepper cream soda. She said, this is like the next best thing. I'm like, really? She says, you all don't have it? And I said, no. And I looked it up on my little app at work, and the closest one was like 45 minutes away. None of the local stores had it at the time. And now every store has it.
It is amazing. I didn't think I'd like it, but I tried it. I was like, holy shit, is this good? So just like the Voodoo Mountain Dew that was just out. That was good as hell.
I'm going to have to get that cream soda Dr. Pepper, though. I'll have to get a 12-pack.
Voodoo.
Yeah,
I've heard about that Voodoo Mountain Dew. Yeah.
That Voodoo was really
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it was I guess it was like the flavor for Halloween. Now they got what is it, Snap, like the gingerbread flavor.
The gingerbread one, yeah.
That was actually good too. I like that one too. It's really it tastes a lot better than it sounds, because at first I was kind of very, very iffy about it, but I bought one and I tried it. That one's good too.
Have you tried the watermelon one?
Yes.
I've been like avoiding that one, and I'm like, that doesn't sound very good. A watermelon Mountain Dew?
I'm not a very big watermelon person.
Patrick.
That watermelon one is good. I'll recommend
I have a little something on that watermelon. had that on the watermelon. I got that. It was good at first, but it was just too sugary, too sweet for my mama.
Yeah, and that was my
And
biggest
she
worry
don't
because
like it.
when you eat a watermelon, it's really
It's just
sweet. So I figured I was like, is that a good mix with the already really sugary Mountain Dew?
I mean, I think it's pretty good, but I mean, I would say at least give it a shot.
especially
mean,
to those who is diabetic.
I might have to give it a try because I
I
know with
wouldn't
certain
even.
things like
I
that
wouldn't even.
they taste super sweet. It's not all straight sugar. They might add in extra sweetener that's artificial. That's not as bad for you. I mean, it's still gonna be bad. Let's be honest. It's Mountain Dew for crying out loud.
It's birth control.
You know what you're getting into with Mountain Dew. It's pretty much a lose-lose situation. You're drinking straight sugar.
That's why I didn't have kids when I was a teenager, because Mountain Dew had just
because Mountain Dew was going through your urethra.
Well, Mountain Dew had just come out, and I was drinking that just as much as I was drinking Dr. Pepper, and yeah, that was birth control. They literally said at one point in the 90s that Mountain Dew was like birth control for men.
All right, doctors, all the docs need to stop trying to find solutions for male birth control. We found the answer.
Oh no, a lot of me and my friends, we stood behind that because we drank the shit out of that and we fired at will and we didn't knock nobody up. Fire at will, Captain. All right.
Oh Lord.
You may fire when ready.
You may fire when ready.
Good old Moff Tarkin. You may fire when ready.
No.
Ronnie J, one day you'll understand that. One day you'll understand the pleasure of firing at will. You're almost too old, or about to put your ass out to fucking pasture if you don't start getting, you get on that page soon. Daddy Dingus says go out there and get your piece of string.
It's hard for me to do that.
Did you just say go get a piece of that ass?
I say go get a piece of that strange. What she's got. Go get some of that funky. Go get some of that funky monkey.
Funky monkey, chunky monkey, funky monkey. Have you ever heard that song?
If you don't behave yourself in that funky monkey, she's gonna
go
turn into a chunky
listen
monkey.
to that Beastie Boys song. You'll have such
Brass
a good time.
Monkey?
Yeah, brass monkey, that funky monkey.
That song came out when I was a kid.
Yeah, and you can tell just from that record around the time that came out with the Beastie Boys, you're like, that's totally 90s jams right there.
No, that wasn't 90s.
Was that an 80s one?
That was an 80s track, yeah.
Wow, that was really ahead of its time then.
That was like 87, I want to say. 87, 88 maybe?
Because that almost sounds like a 90s hip-hop beat, so that was really ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were definitely ahead of their time for sure, because I had, looking back at it years later when I heard it again, I'm like, this is like early 90s, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like,
you look at the date and you go, wait a minute, are these guys time travelers?
No, I had the fucking record, dude, so that tells you it wasn't the 90s.
That's crazy.
I had the vinyl, so that wasn't 90s because CDs came in like 88 or 89.
Yeah, and then it took, even then, all the way through the 90s, like it took CDs a long time to catch up.
Right.
It was almost still a lot of cassettes all the way through the 90s.
Yeah, it was pretty much half and half.
And then it was crazy, like growing up as a kid in like the late 90s, you see all these CDs everywhere, even going into the 2000s, everyone's still doing CDs. And then I remember like around the mid 2000s when I was a kid where like CDs were starting to die off and everybody was going full MP3.
Sad day.
I remember because I used to have to go, there was like all these stores that used to be around where you could get all that stuff. And then just slowly over time, you could see the stores were starting to disappear and the locations where you could go get that stuff were disappearing. And then even in the stores that did have them, you noticed their like stock was slowly reducing. But
well, I remember
That's why I love like going to all these pawn shops and like Second and Charles, because like they buy all that shit up and they're still reselling it like it's brand new, and I'm like, good, there's somebody still doing that.
Because I remember before MP3s, when me and my buddies would go riding at night when gas was 89 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
All right. When I started driving, gas was 84 cents a gallon.
And what was your minimum wage at the time? Do you remember?
My minimum wage when I first started working was $4.50.
So still, that's not a lot.
Yeah. It doesn't jump much. And I started working in 95.
So I would have been
96.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 years old.
And it was like minimum wage was $4.50. So we're now in 21. And what's minimum wage? Like fucking 10, 11 bucks?
Depends on what state you're in, but it's anywhere from, I think, $7.25, $7.50 all the way up through $10 now.
Is it still only like $7.25 or $7.50?
I think that's still the federal minimum wage. But now with COVID, the rules have all changed. So I don't even know anymore.
What's minimum where you're at? Do you know?
It was $7.25, but with COVID, the standards are all changing now. So I can imagine by the beginning of this next year in 2022, all the federal minimum wages and everything, they're going to go up. It's just inevitable.
Because here, it's the minimums, I think it's 11 bucks.
Well, because of Chicago, right?
Oh, in Chicago, it's 15.
Oh, if you go in city, it's 15. Because I think even in New York, it's 15 or 16, something like that.
Yeah, in city, in the big metropolitan areas, it's 15. We have it here at like 11. You know, it's still, I mean, you think, oh, man, 11 bucks an hour. But when you realize that ain't shit.
It's not shit.
You know?
Like, even where I'm at, it's really low still. And the fact I was working those wages as long as I was, I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Like, you can't get by in this area on anything less than like 17 or 18.
And that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm like, even where I'm getting paid at now, it's like the way the economy is going right now, it's like I'm just blowing money at this point.
Right.
I mean, I could definitely budget better. I think I'm good off. I'm pretty well off right now. I can't complain.
We're doing all right.
$7.25. That's our minimum wage down here.
Is how much?
It's $7.25 down here.
Yeah, most of the Southeast United States is still at $7.25.
Jesus Christ! How the hell do you guys? But then you guys are.
Our cost of living is way lower too.
Your cost of living is lower, yeah.
Our gas price.
And then it kind of depends on how close you are to cities and stuff too. But if you're rural, like $7.25 is like a good starting point.
Yeah, see, I live like 10 minutes away from Jonesville from my town, and gas prices it's between $3.9 $3.15.
Well, how the hell? Okay,
we're seeing sub 3 here where I live. We're seeing sub $3 gas tonight.
We're at $3.40, but see, here's the thing: we're at $3.40. Our minimum's 11. You're at $3.30, $3.40, and your minimum's at $7.25. That's fucking ridiculous.
I saw $2.94 gas here and minimum $7.25.
That's ridiculous. Honestly.
It's a little above 25% compared to where you were back in the 90s.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But that's mainly because of the economy right now and whatever.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
I'm looking at all these crazy game deals right now on the eShop for Nintendo Switch. I just want to see if there's anything cool on sale. There's some cool stuff on here that's on sale, but other stuff's just kind of like, what?
I haven't really seen anything on the Play Store.
I've noticed most of the best game deals are on physical, so I would go look at all the retailer websites like GameStop, Walmart, Target, stuff like that for physical copies. the game deals are really good for physical right now.
Yeah.
Like I got 3 games. Sorry, I
Mhm.
got 4 games. It was like 20, 20, 25, and 35. I think it was like $90 for 4 games. Like I cannot complain at all.
Hmm. I got
Black Friday deals. I mean, you can't beat them.
I got a
And I bet the deals will be even better on Cyber Monday, Kilo.
Yeah, maybe it would depend. I got to see what's going on. I got to figure out how much time I'm going to have the game. You know,
Yeah.
because I got other stuff I want to do. Plus, my contract ends here
When does
in
your contract end?
January. So I got one more month, which usually people for their birthday month, which next month is mine, they really do a fucking killing. But we'll see, because I'm yet again combating against a couple idiots.
Well, you seem to be doing okay, considering.
I'm combating against a couple idiots again because they've gone around causing issues again.
Is it all just kind of based off your numbers? Everybody can see each other's numbers, so everybody's just kind of fighting for survival.
Yeah.
See, that's just like being petty.
And it's just like, and I really don't.
You're not a part of that. You don't want to be a part of that.
No, I'm not about that life, man.
I'm not either.
You know? Like the thing is some people.
Everybody just needs to go make that bank and support each other.
Not to drop any names, but somebody who we know keeps on saying, "Oh, this is my last," to drum up the amount of people pouring in, and then all of a sudden it's not their last. It's a bad tactic. I mean, it works for the person.
It works for a while until everybody figures it out.
Yeah, well, see, a lot of the people on there are stupid. And I know people can go back and watch this video again and see what I got to say, but I really don't care. All right, I'm going to call it how it is. A lot of people on that app are fucking stupid. All right, because they fall for the bullshit. They fall for the, oh, this is blah, 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 blah. You know, here, do this and whatever, and they fucking open their pockets. If it works for you, congratulations. You're an asshole, but it works for you. Okay? I can't do that. I'm not about that life. I'm not about the begging. I'm not about the story making up. I'm not about the storytelling to get people to do it. You know, and then the other half is you have a couple of jagoffs running around and causing problems for everybody. Now the heat is remotely off of me because I took a bullseye again from 2 jackasses. Now it's directed towards somebody who we both know.
Yeah, Tyler.
Team Tyler, fuck you guys. Leave him alone.
We are Team Trike. Team Trike.
Team Trike because they're bullying Trike. And they're basing on something. You know, here's the deal. And I know I probably took a hit for this too, but I don't care because I spoke the truth. I let it fly last night and I let it fly again today. It was even worse today because I got.
Oh, you'll have to tell me about that later. And
I got a little bit deeper into the details of who and who's targeting him and what they're doing, and I just let it go. I was like, I don't care. I'm like, send this son of a bitch into my stream room so I can tell him what I think and what I know.
And it's clearly targeted, no doubt about it.
The thing is they're going back, they're digging up something where he was falsely accused of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he's paid his price. He's done his time. He wasn't guilty of it, but he still got painted for it. What the fuck does it matter? Something that happened years ago on an adult app.
Yeah, because everybody on that app has to be 18 plus to stream to do anything. So,
well, guess what? There was a few that weren't.
There always is a few that try to slip through the rules. There always is.
Dingus.
Oh, that's true. Spencer was on the app always chatting. And
biggest,
he was-
biggest.
Yeah.
but he's good now. He's good now.
Junior Junior was on there too.
Oh, true. And she knows better.
But you know, but the thing was is if there's no, and it wasn't even with a kid. Okay, so it had nothing to do with a kid. So you can't even say that. They can't even hunt at that. The ones that are hunting him should be the ones that are getting hunted.
Should
You know
be.
what I mean? The hunter should turn into be the hunted, because one of them that's hunting him down fled the United States
Holy shit.
on being pursued of harassing and stalking minor kids who also harassed and stalked mine. So if they ever set foot back on American soil and I find out, I'll be sure to pay them a visit. And then the other one still stalks two people that are close to me, and even stalks a minor on social media.
So overall, not a very good look.
Not for them. And here's the thing, and the bad part is it's been reported to the people who are in charge of the app. Guess what happened?
They always turn a blind eye.
Not a fucking thing, because they sent it to the community manager. The community manager's buddies with these two ass clowns.
Yes, they are.
Nothing was done. They turned a blind eye. So how does that look for the company? Not so good.
Is that why you're done after your contract?
Oh yeah,
Unless they cancel with you in advance.
I'm out like a fucking fart in the wind, dude.
So that's why you're trying to get back on YouTube. There you go.
It ain't about trying to get back on YouTube. I'm trying to keep what I said I was gonna do.
And you've kept your word up to this point, man. You really have.
As I never completely backed away from YouTube. Yeah, there's like a 2-month span where I didn't stream on here. You know,
which is fine. We needed a break.
I streamed all the way up through my surgery. I streamed within a couple weeks after being out of surgery.
And you still feel like shit while you're streaming.
And yeah, and I'm still fucking, and feeling like complete ass, but I'm still doing it. I stream over there almost every day, at least minimum 2 hours a day over there. I mean, here, I'll be honest with you guys. Streaming for me before was fun. Like when we would do this one, and then we would do like the Wednesday or Thursday night one, shit was fun, right?
Yeah.
Don't take this the wrong way. Okay, this show is still fun. I love it. That's why I push and I say, hey, I need to know who the fuck's coming, because I want to know what I'm getting myself into tonight.
Yeah.
But when it comes to streaming as a whole, it's not fun for me anymore.
That's why I always say, if you're gonna do something you really enjoy, just plan breaks to take breaks, get away from it, go do some other stuff for a little bit. Like you had your 2 months off, go do that, because that's the best thing you can do for your community.
But when I'm on contract where I'm at,
well, in your situation, it's different when you're under contract. But when you're over here on YouTube, you can do whatever the hell you need to do on YouTube.
You take 2 months and whatever. Like even now, because remember we were doing 2-3 shows a week. It was starting to get a little bit on all of us, I think.
I think so too. And you could, if you go back and watch that stuff, you could definitely see it that we were getting a little burned out.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like once a week. That's why I'm like, hey, we have to set a day. Every week we need 1 day uninterrupted to where, and that's not just for us to stream here. All right, because we're doing it, but it also gives us a time for us to meet up once a week, because we're all friends. We all meet up once a week. We chit chat. We have a good time. It's kind of like if we all lived local. Like if I lived near you, what would we do on a Saturday night? We'd go to the bar and hang out, have a few drinks, and talk the whole night for 3-4 hours.
Just shoot the shit.
And that's what we do here, except for we just include other people, and we don't have to leave our house. You know,
And it's kind of like show and tell. We get to show all of our cool stuff off on the show. That's awesome.
Because if we go to the bar, we can't bring our toys to the bar.
Yeah, you can't bring your toys to the bar, but you're on YouTube. You're at home. Hell yeah, let loose.
You know, you don't get to see cool Keyblades.
Could you imagine if you walked into your local pub and you just slapped a copy down to the latest comic? Everybody be giving you weird stares.
Right. Like you see the Kingdom key right there, but I got the Pumpkinhead key right here.
Yep.
And then I've got the what the hell is that one called? The Embrace key is over there, and I got 3 more. I got Riku's Keyblade, I've got the Oblivion Keyblade, and I've got the Skyward Keyblade that I have to bring in here and hang.
Hell yeah.
Because they're all hanging from the ceiling because, you know, in the game when you go to the Keyblade graveyard, they're all stuck into the ground.
Yeah.
I just have all mine hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, that's cool. It's like a cool concept. So like you're almost saying like that all that stuff's above you, but now you're like hanging out below it, like kind of.
The only thing is I gotta probably move this one here because this one I bump my head on that sumbitch all the time.
Yeah. Because
I got my Lego and puzzle table right here, which right now I don't have a Lego or a puzzle on it. I just got my card. I'm repackaging my cards or protecting my cards.
I cannot wait when I move in with my girlfriend eventually.
Put all of these into like protectors. See?
Yeah, I think I've got so many Pokemon cards. All of it's loose, or at least like rubber banded together. I think the plan is I'm gonna eventually binder mine.
I have binders, but these are like the ones that aren't in the binders. These are like duplicate ones. I
got a lot of duplicates. Like a lot of duplicates.
I have enough. Honestly, I just sold 2, like a box of like random common duplicates for like $30 at like a wholesale sell-off thing. And then the guy told me, because I have like 4 full sets and binders.
Holy crap, that's a lot of
and sleeves. So I've got enough to turn around and, you know, to sell off the next time they do one of those things, you know, because they got a ton of them.
And the Pokemon market online is for like trading cards is ridiculous.
Some of them I want to sell because of what they're worth.
One day I was just going online and scrolling through to see what stuff was worth on eBay, and I ran across a few like really cool cards that are worth $70 to $100 a pop.
I got a couple cards that are worth a couple $100.
I think I had like one card that was like $120.
I'm gonna find this one real quick. I actually have one that everybody's after, and I've actually pulled it out of a pack.
Is it one of the newer ones?
Yeah, I got the new big bad boy. Hold on, I'll show you. The one that everybody's after. I got it in this box because I just put it into one of these magnetic protectors.
I tell you what, man, those collectors, they're all about the tins. I never got into doing tins. I'm an old school foil opener.
This bad boy right here.
That's a freaking Mew.
Yeah. It's the brand new Mew VMAX. Sorry about the glare, but it's already inside the protector. But it's a full art.
It's a VMAX, and is it holographic as well?
Yeah, and it's full art too.
And then I'm trying to remember there's another thing they have for stuff like that. That's like
secret,
or it's
there's another one that everybody's after.
And then some of them are like untouched. If you sell them as like untouched,
yeah,
that adds to the value too. Like if you like touch it with cotton gloves as like an untouched, which you probably touch that one to put it in there in this protector, right?
Yeah.
So you probably depreciated the value like a couple bucks, but you're fine.
Yeah, I am not worried about that. I mean, it's a couple bucks, but then here's this one. You know this one. This one everybody's after right here. The Charizard VMAX.
It's a VMAX Charizard.
Yeah, from
330 HP.
Yeah, 330 HP, and it's the from the Darkness Ablaze set. It's like almost a $200 card.
I'll tell you what, if I ever run across a first edition Charizard out in the wild in a garage sale, you bet my ass I'm buying that card. That thing's worth thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah?
Some people don't know what their Pokemon cards are worth. And if you see that stuff out in the wild, you better snatch it so fast, especially like first edition stuff. Oh my
Like that
god.
one? Like that bad bitch
Go-
there?
Is that a first or a second edition?
That's a first edition.
Hold on to that card with your life. You may be paying for your child's college with that card alone.
Fuck that. I ain't paying for a goddamn college. I'm paying for my goddamn retirement trip.
Hell yeah, that's your
You pay for
retirement
your
card.
goddamn college.
And the value for that card over time has been going up and up and up.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
You are
I've been
set.
watching it. I've been
Do
watching
not sell that card until you're
The
ready.
thing is I have 2 of them.
Holy shit, dude. You and Jackie
So-
are retiring.
So guaranteed one, we're selling one of them. I'm thinking about selling one of them soon.
Do it. But just sell it to the right buyer. And
Oh, yeah.
if anything, I would put that one on auction, not on eBay, on an actual auction.
Right.
Because that's worth tens of thousands of dollars for that. If not, some of them even go over $100,000.
It depends on the buyer, yeah.
It depends on the buyer, and it depends on the actual whatever they grade the card at.
As soon as I opened the pack, I opened it, and then I saw, like, I slightly thumbed through. I really didn't even touch this one because I had the card above it on my thumb,
Mm-hmm.
and I moved. I was like, holy shit. So what I did was I opened up this case,
Mm-hmm.
slid that one, and dropped this one into this case. I never even touched this fucking card.
So that's an untouched.
Yeah. There's nothing.
I would
fingerprint,
never
no
touch
nothing.
that with the greasiness of your fingerprints ever for the rest of your life, because that card right there, untouched, that's paying for your retirement, hands down, no problem, no questions asked.
Untouched. Because I didn't, half of them, because you thumb through the deck or through the
Did you
pack,
touch a corner or anything? That's it.
you see if you cut your pack right and you fan your pack out right, you don't touch.
You don't touch
Once
them.
it-
You're only touching the foil.
Right. So you're only touching maybe the first card on the pack, which is,
Just to do your first pull. And you pray to God it's not a
First
rare
pull.
one.
and no, because it's usually a common on the very
It's always
top.
a comment on top normally.
And then the back card is always the code card. So you're not touching anything, and
Yeah.
you fan them out, and then you see, oh, well, then here. And then if it's something like that, you just drop it right into the protector.
There's been a very few times where the top card, especially in a tin or like a open pack where they have that one extra little bonus card.
Mhm.
Only like 1 or 2 times I've ever bought packs based off that common card. And it was because one of my buddies at the time kept joking around that Lopunny was my favorite Pokemon. And we were in Walmart one day and there was a Lopunny as that bonus card. He's like, all right, you got to buy it.
Yeah, you gotta.
I think I ended up pulling something halfway decent out of that pack too. It was like an uncommon or something. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was a pretty cool card. I don't even remember what it was.
Like, I never even wanted to even get into these cards, but it just happened.
And even though most of my stuff is like older, but it's still, it's probably not worth a lot even now. Like, it's even old, just basic stuff is good to hold on to, because if it's an older generation card, it still holds some value down the road.
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
It's not going to be a lot, but if you multiply it by however many cards in your collection, you're like, hey, if you sell the whole batch, you're still going to get quite a bit out of it.
You just don't want to get burned on it.
You don't want to get burned, and at the same time, as volatile as the card trading market is during a pandemic, it's like it's almost like you're playing poker with your collection.
Well, my buddy
Ronnie, what's that?
the hell are you holding?
Oh, is that one of those NES minis?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get that one at?
But at May May's over here in Jonesville.
Oh, okay.
It's a thrift store there, and for $30.
That's a steal.
Yeah. I got me an LSU claw hammer for $20.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
I have a buddy of mine I follow on YouTube. He's an old Star Wars buddy of mine, and he has a show on YouTube as well. And every couple of minutes, he always makes a good reference to Go Tigers.
Yeah, and here's this NES Mini. It's got 620 games built in.
Oh, so that's probably one of those. It's not a name brand Nintendo like the original Mini launch. That's probably more like one of those Chinese emulation ones where they already have all the preloaded games on it.
Yeah, like the
it has
Because they
some of
like to do
that
a lot
on
of those
there,
like
but
thrift store knockoffs. Like it still has all the same games on it, or they throw in other games. Some of them work, and some of them are like poorly emulated. Just kind of depends on what you're trying to play.
Well, and then they don't have the actual name.
It's got Spider-Man on there.
Yeah,
it's got Spider-Man on there. And,
I always tread lightly with that
Man
stuff because some
that.
of that's barely legal, and some of it's definitely, even if you buy it and get it, it's like questionably legal. There's a lot of loopholes. There's a lot of loopholes in the emulation laws these days. Some people get away with a lot of crazy stuff because licensing for a lot of emulated games is it's a very gray line.
There is one on here. It's the same thing as my other one it does, but I'm afraid it's kind of pretty bad. The name of the game is called Milk Nuts.
Hey Keela, you want to play Milk Nuts?
Not with any brothers, no.
I'm sure Miss Jackie might be interested. She just smiled in the chat. Hell yeah.
And she comes in right at that point too when we're talking about playing Milk Nuts.
Perfect timing. Oh yeah. Oh, it hurts so bad.
And this is why I love doing this channel. Because you never know who's going to show up, when they're going to show up, what they're going to hear, or what timing they have to show up. This one shows up when we're talking about milk in my nuts.
Oh, wait. Milk in whose nuts?
Well, he asked if I wanted to play Milk Nuts.
If I want to play Milk Nuts, he said, not with my brothers.
I'm not playing milk in any nuts with any brothers.
Oh my God.
I'm not one of those boys.
Oh Lord, there is some good ones on here. It's good, but some of them is just plain weird.
Yeah, that's why I figured it's probably one of those like Chinese knockoffs because they like to throw in a bunch of weird games. You're like, this definitely didn't release in the States, and if it did, it's not one people buy.
Yeah, right. I never heard of Milk Nuts. That one definitely didn't make it here in the States.
I'll tell you what, if you want to see some weird emulation stuff, go on Alibaba and look at their merch.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I've looked at some of that overseas Alibaba stuff you can have imported in, man. Some of that stuff's like straight up out of China, and you're just like, Okay, I see what you're trying to do here, and it's definitely a ripoff.
I see what you're doing. I don't want no part of it.
The feds might come kick your door in and take your purchase away.
Yeah, damn feds.
And also got a.
Reminds me of that clip you always see online. It's like,
Now one of them has
and the SWAT team's busting your door down.
Yeah, right.
It's like, over a video game? Hell no.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's got
Especially
some
if your
good ones
game
on
console's
here,
connected to the
on
internet,
there.
you gotta be real careful.
True.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Like Sony and Microsoft can report your shit directly to the feds, like so easily if you mess with their crap.
Mm-hmm.
You play by their rules or you're done.
Yep.
That's why I don't play a lot of online gaming. And I don't play a lot of online gaming with other people either, because you don't know who's on the other end, you know?
You gotta be real careful, yeah.
You don't know, even online game chatting, you don't even know who you're talking to, you know?
Yeah. That's why I just like everybody always likes to talk shit on there, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna be a part of that. No.
Yeah, no, because I don't know who the fuck's listening.
You don't know who's listening, you don't know what's going on, you don't know who's a part of what. It's like, we're not here to cause trouble. We're just here to play the game and have fun. That's all we want to do.
That's it.
I had a guy start showing me on Halo last week, and he got me on a 24-hour ban because I got in a fight with him, and I'm like, I'm not doing that no more. If you're gonna give me a ban, man, like give me ban on chat.
Wow.
Seriously? Yeah, I reported him for bad sportsmanlike behavior, and I just because I used the F word in the chat one time, I got a 24-hour chat ban. I'm like, really, bro? So,
fucking Xbox.
Some people like to abuse the system to get people banned. It's stupid.
Yeah, that's why I don't do that. Like, even when I used to play online Battlefront, I would kill my mic. I would just listen to everybody else.
Yeah, and what I love about Battlefront is there was never voice chat. If you wanted to chat, and that's why now I start to understand. I'm like, there's certain games I'm glad they don't have voice chat because you might get mad and say the wrong thing. The next thing you know, you're getting the ban hammer, and you're like, I don't deserve it.
Yeah, I've said some very questionable things playing that game. But
I think anybody said very questionable things playing anything competitive ever.
But I mean,
things our mothers would not be proud to hear.
Yeah, maybe.
What, babe?
Things that my mother would not be surprised coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, at a certain point, your parents are like, okay, we've heard you say that enough times.
Yeah.
Continue on.
Yeah,
but be nice about it. Be nice about it.
Yeah, I was, being my age, old enough to be both your daddies, so let me just say that. She tried to come down with the hammer on me for something I said in a conversation with her over the phone today. I said, now wait a minute. I said, first of all, I have a kid that is older than the last time you corrected me for something that I said in such manner. I go, plus on top of it, I said, I'm way too goddamn old for you to be correcting. Because I didn't say it at her. Now, if I said it at her, then it's kind of understandable. But I said it in reference to somebody else.
Yeah.
Which I won't repeat it on here because, you want to talk about getting all those stupid fucking social justice warriors and the cancel cultures and the social media bullies and the keyboard gangsters and all that shit to get pissed off. So
we're not about that life.
No. I'm about the life to where I want to say what the hell I got to I comes out of my mouth. I don't have a censor. And I I just don't. Under any circumstances, I don't. Even in the courtroom, I don't have a filter. Nope.
Until the judge tells you you've gone too far, right? Up to a point.
I've had one judge say that to me, and then I turned around and I dropped that thing we call the First Amendment.
Yeah.
And then he retracted his wording himself. Because don't tell me I can't say what I want to say. You know.
Yeah, and I can understand his position on though. It's like a weird line between like First Amendment versus like his court decorum, you know. But at the end of the day, you got to respect that First Amendment. That's how we roll in America.
Right. But see, the thing is, when the opposing attorney swore at me.
Yeah, at that point, it's gloves off. First Amendment, both sides.
And I was just like, wait a minute. I go, first of all, First Amendment. And I'm like, and that stupid bitch swore at me first.
And that's her First Amendment, right? So you better give me mine.
So I was like, so while addressing why I snapped, I took that little extra shot at her by calling her a stupid bitch.
Yeah.
You know, which kind of escalated the issue. But I'm like, look, here's the thing. You want, and they try to build me is having anger issues.
I remember that.
But by me turning around and retaliating verbally, how is that being an anger issue? I didn't pick the chair up and beat you with it like a fucking.
Yeah, or you didn't overdo it in reverse in response to that. That would be an anger issue. But you kept it at the same playing field she did. So.
Oh yeah. You know, I didn't overly abuse it. I just told her she's a dumb bitch. You know. For saying what she said. She sat there and I said, oops, I apologize. I have more class than that to talk like that in the courtroom, but I was provoked. Unless I'm provoked, I don't think I'm a bad person. You provoke me, then it's all like Donkey Kong. You know, I don't have all this shit.
I was about to say, and you're the guy that plays a lot of Donkey Kong Country, so it's on like
I don't have all of this nice shit, and this is only one room.
Yeah.
For being a hot-headed having anger issues, because if I had that, I would never had jobs.
You wouldn't have that, no.
I would never have any of this stuff. I wouldn't even have the relationships with the people in the retail world to help me obtain these things if I had anger issues. That's why I was like, you're a dumb bitch. Because a lot of this shit happened when the stuff was on Zoom. I dropped my background down and said, does this look like somebody who has anger issues? If I had anger issues, would I have all these collectibles still in mint condition? Someone with anger issues would half the shit would be broke, or it would look like shit because you get pissed and throw it, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
hello, proof's in the pudding.
And I'm like, well, blah blah blah. This I said, yeah, and I can fucking buy and sell you 3 times over with half the value of my basement. So kiss my ass. You know, I can buy and own pretty much anybody except for I can even probably buy that piece of shit sitting in the Oval Office too. That
I don't know. That's pretty top dollar.
Not that one. Maybe some of the other ones in the past, but not this one.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Patrick, I got a good joke for you.
What's that?
I got a good joke for you too.
How many I got how many Alderanians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many what?
How many Alderanians does it take? Alderanians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
One.
Do you know how many?
Realize as soon as they turn on the light bulb, oh wait, that's no moon.
None, because they were all blew up by the Death Star.
Oh, that too.
Ha! Ha!
We're done.
Ha!
one second. There's multiple Alderaanians that survived the Death Star.
These nuts.
Who the hell are you trying to be?
Trying to be a Star Wars nerd.
You sound like Ryan
Pre-
Stiles.
Princess Leia is Alderaanian. She survived the Death Star because she was on the Death Star. So you lose. You lose
dead.
the argument.
I'm dead.
You sound like
I'm
Ryan
dead.
Stiles trying to do an impression of Carol Channing.
Oh, the Kiro Channing. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, but I get your joke, Ronnie. It's a funny joke. I like it. But yeah.
I get
Princess
it.
Leia was on the Death
Hey.
Star.
Well, besides Princess Leia.
Which, if you played the Star Wars Squadrons game, they have this really cool mission near the beginning of the game with these. It's like shortly after Episode 4, where these Alderaanian refugees are on shuttles trying to get to their new home planet they're gonna settle. And so the whole point of that mission is like you're kind of protecting them. The Empire finds out about what's going on, how they're trying to get smuggled onto some other ships. And so the Empire goes in and is basically going to crack down, if not try to kill the remaining Alderaanians, because they don't want any survivors of the disaster.
So yeah, so that mission you have to.
So not only are they trying to kill the planet, they're trying to kill anybody who survived that disaster. So that way they can't say, "Oh, I'm an Alderaanian that survived," because if they're a survivor, that means they're a witness too.
Right.
So yeah, the Empire did some pretty sketchy crap.
Yeah, to a certain point of view, but yeah.
What are you, Imperial?
Yeah.
It's a certain point of view, man. You know that.
Yep. And if you read any of those books, it's funny how you read some of those books that came out over these last few years, like with these little Imperial side stories, where you're like, hey, the Empire's not so bad. They get all this good. They get free meals and they're well taken care of. They get housing. This is great. And you're like, wait a minute, they're the bad guys.
But really, honestly, who's the bad guy?
Which I'll tell you what, though, there's a lot of cool stories in the new canon where you start thinking about some of these people who actually were in the Empire, and you realize like a lot of them are good guys that just happen to get wrapped up in the Empire. Like freaking Han Solo in Solo: A Star Wars Story. He was in the Empire.
Yeah, he started out in the Empire.
And then Wedge Antilles, he was in the Empire too, with him and Hobby.
Weren't they originally?
Yeah, and
they were recruits,
fighters.
Yeah, for Sky Strike Academy.
They were they were recruits in the Star Wars Rebel series.
Yep, and then Sabine, who even though she was Mandalorian, they basically sort of kind of got enslaved to work for the Empire. Like she was kind of sort of like a pseudo Imperial as well.
She kind of know a thing or two about with the Empire. So, yeah.
It's kind of cool how you have all these Imperials who always end up like turning a new leaf. So it's like not all Imperials are bad. They just have to like find their way.
Yeah, like Finn.
Well, he wasn't Imperial. He was First Order. But yeah, same concept.
Same thing.
Same concept.
Same thing. Different. All the First Order was.
And then Janna in Rise of Skywalker, she was technically a First Order Stormtrooper as well, with all the other survivors on, what was that, Kef Bir?
Yeah.
A short sequence in Rise of Skywalker. What's that?
Is that close to Endor?
Yeah, it's in the Endor system. It's one of the other planets in the same system, yeah. It's that ocean world where they go to find the Death Star 2, where she goes to find the little wayfinder.
With that Sith dagger and with that Chris.
Yeah. Where she takes the Sith dagger. Yeah, it's another planet in the Endor system, which I think is one of the few times we've actually seen something outside of animated where there was like a second planet in Star Wars that's in the same system as one we'd seen from another movie.
Well, yeah, because all that we knew before was what was the forest moon. It wasn't even a planet.
Yeah, and that's the other thing people don't. And that's kind of the weird thing. It's the forest moon of Endor. And if I remember correctly, like going through my research of Endor, they refer to it as Endor, but like the official Endor itself is really like a gas giant planet that the moon orbits. But you don't ever really see the gas giant, I don't think.
Wasn't that
also
Yavin? Wait a minute, Ronnie J. Wait a minute. The gas giant that the moon orbits around, like the forest.
I think it's pretty far away, is what it was explained as.
Wasn't that what the Death Star was trying to get around before it in Return of the Jedi? How it was getting around that big planet to.
Oh no! That was still orbiting around the forest moon. The forest moon's just that big.
Oh, okay. Because I thought maybe it was that.
You're talking about the little graphic they show on the Rebel ship when they're coming up with the battle plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason you know it's the forest moon in that sequence is they showed this little like field that comes off the moon towards the Death Star and surrounds it, and that's that shield generator that they have to go blow up. So that's why when they go to make their attack run and they're trying to figure out if the shield generator ever got destroyed, that's why Lando's like, it's not down. Because it's kind of like an invisible field. They can't even see it.
Right.
So
it's a trap.
It's a trap. Which I was wearing that hat today, by the way.
It's a trap.
I have an "It's a Trap" beanie.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Oh Lord.
Marriage.
Hey,
it's a trap.
I got something for you.
Hey, don't tell that to Kristen.
What?
She said, "Don't tell me what."
Tell me.
There's this line in Star Wars that's "It's a trap," and he says, "Marriage, it's a trap." I said, "Don't tell Kristen."
Oh.
Wait, she doesn't know the reference?
No, she hasn't watched any of the Star Wars yet.
No.
I'm working on it.
How long have you been together?
4 years.
Yeah, you're fucking fired. 4 years. You're fucking fired.
All right, guys, it's been a great run.
Yeah, you're like the fucking president that didn't get shit done in 4 years. You're fucking fired too.
I did not have sex with that sausage.
Okay, look, you're not Spencer, all right?
No.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go milk some nuts.
Oh, Christ.
Bro, did you just point at me when you said that?
No, like this.
I think you pointed at me else.
No, I'm not pointing at you, babe.
I said you like, oh my god.
That is her job anyways.
Oh no.
Oh, you're treading there pretty tight, bud.
Who, me? Me? I'm the one that has one of these. I don't tread shit. I'm in the trenches. All right?
I know you're in the trenches of France.
I'm already
destroying
there. I have no fear.
Hey, I tell you this here.
I was about to say that. Have you ever watched the Gabriel Iglesias thing?
Thank God I'm still single.
The what?
You ever seen the Gabriel Iglesias thing talking about all the superheroes, and he talks about how Green Lantern's not one of his favorite comic book characters?
No, I have not seen that one. No.
He says, "I know no man who wears a ring and has no power."
Hey, I'm still single, so hello world.
This is now turned into it's no longer an ad for.
This is not fucking matchmake. This is
It's
not.
it's not a game exchange ad. Now it's turned into Ronnie J's dating service.
It's turned into game exchange singles.
You remember last episode we were talking about that KFC dating game that's like all anime? We should start the Ronnie J dating game.
Nice.
Oh, no.
I'm down.
But they have to keep their cameras off, and we use voice changers, and he has to ask them questions, and they respond. Will they have like deep voices? So it's like, yeah, I love Taco Bell.
I've been in the game exchange before.
I've been in the game
I'll
exchange.
take that one.
We should go shop deals together.
Ronnie J's like, I'll take that one.
Yeah, I'll take girl number 2. Girl number 2.
Nope.
I want the one that's about game exchange.
And then a few weeks after, we check in and see how things are going. It's like, how's the relationship progressing?
I said this here. If things starts to turn cold, I dump her, and if she don't love me for who I am, I say I dump her, and I'm back to single.
We start the dating game again, and then on the second version we come back, but the voices all sound like characters from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm sorry, girl number 3 sounds like Alvin.
Oh Lord! You're terrible.
All right, my dudes, it is getting late. I think I'm gonna call it for the night.
Yeah, I gotta go check on the pups. They've been quiet. I don't have to put them out one more time.
You have to wake them up, take them to pee, put them to bed.
Well, by the time my ass limps down that hallway, they'll be awake.
They'll be awake. They'll hear you.
Yeah, they'll hear me as soon as they open the door.
They're gonna be like, "All right, outside time. Let's go."
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no me sneaking up on them at all right now. I can't sneak up on them. Usually, I'm pretty good. I can sneak up on them because I'm sleeping. That's where I get good pictures from.
So
but
can you sneak up on Popo?
No.
Popo's got those good ears.
Yeah. I can sneak up on the puppies occasionally. I can sneak up on the other two, but Popo, no, I can't sneak up on him.
Popo's been around you too long. He knows.
Yeah, the other two have been around me longer, and they're just like, fuck it, I'm just going to sleep. You're going to do whatever you're going to do.
They're like, do whatever.
I don't care. I just want to lay here.
And the puppies are probably just like, what's going on?
Oh, I didn't tell you. I trained Chewy to play dead to something.
Oh.
All right, so when I do...
You try to shoot him with a blaster bolt, like, pew.
Yeah, because like I shit you not, like I did this in front of Jackie. She's like, "This is what you do when I'm gone working." Yep, exactly. So what I did is I pulled out my phone, right, and Chewy was with me. I said, "Hey, Chewy," and he like looked at me. I'm like, "Chewy," and I go, "Oh wait, hold on, fucking phone." And then I said, "Hey, Chewy." The fucking TIE Fighter blaster, and he fucking falls to the floor and rolls on his back and plays dead.
That's amazing.
Anytime he hears my fucking thing, or if I even go pew pew to him, he falls over and plays dead.
Does he get treats for that? Is that what he's doing it for?
That's how I hurt my fucking back, dude. I bent down to pet him and give him a treat when he did it, and I fucking tweaked my back.
Oh boy!
He finally did it to the sound effect, and I was so happy. I bent down to give him a treat and pet him. I'm like,
my back.
And then I was just like, God damn it.
All right, we need to start a GoFundMe for Kilo's back brace.
But like now I have like the coolest fucking dog ever because he fucking plays dead to a blaster bolt.
That's pretty dope. I gotta be honest.
I gotta get my other phone and then put that sound on there and I'm gonna do a video of it.
Yeah, I want to see it because that sounds amazing.
Oh, that'd be nice. Me too. I need to see that.
because he literally just dunk straight down hard too. It's not like I'm gonna lay down and roll. He's like he goes dunk.
I would
Like,
retweet the
got
hell
shot.
out of that, and my friends would eat that up.
So yeah, I'm gonna have
That
to
is so cute. Man.
either Adam wait for Jackie to get home, and I'll record it off of her phone and just send it to myself, and I'll send it through disc. Well, it won't go through Discord because Discord doesn't
Because of
send it.
file sizes. You can put
Yeah.
it in Dropbox or Google Drive, though.
Yeah, or I should be able to send it via text too.
Yeah.
So Ronnie J, I'll be able to send it to you on Meta.
On Meta.
Face. Shit face.
Messenger, Meta, same thing.
But yeah,
Metabook.
that's the story behind my destroyed back. Was he finally got it down to do it right, and I went to go give him a treat, and it just grabbed, and then I was like, fuck! I knew what happened right as soon as it happened. I'm like, I'm screwed.
And then once you feel it start tugging, it's game over.
But
I've had a few of those where if I had a rough week at work, once you feel that start, it's like pulling, it's like tug of war on your back.
That's where I'm at right now. Say what?
Before you go there, Patrick, I saw something on my phone somewhere. It's like if you look at a certain way with an Imperial Star Destroyer, it almost looked like Jar Jar Binks with a Gungan face.
I remember seeing that because they were talking about the two little generators on top of like the bridge section look like his little eye stalks.
Oh yeah.
And he looks like he's smiling at you, like
yeah. In a certain way, it looked like that. It looked like Jar Jar's face. And also, I want to tell you this here, Patrick. In the Jedi Sith Wars, a Hera class Star Destroyer, it's got 4 shield generators.
I think I remember seeing something about that.
Wait, what Star Destroyer?
It's got 4 shield generators.
It's an Edda class, isn't it?
It's a Hera class. It's back in the old Republic days where Darth Malgus and all them.
It's one of the old school Star Destroyers.
And,
from like all the Coach era.
Yeah, and it's a cool looking one too, and they got the Sith Starfighters and a whole bunch of stuff, and I mean like it's got 4 shield generators, not much on weaponry, but it's pretty good, and also there was a Victory 2 class Star Destroyer during the Republic days, but they never even used it.
It's during what Return? Is it Empire? I think Empire Strikes Back.
It looked like it's an Empire
because they still have Victory ones during Rogue One and A New Hope.
Yeah,
which I think if I recall, it's Rebels, Rogue One, and A New Hope because they're in Rebels as well.
Mm-hmm. And the Victory 2 class looks pretty.
They're not that much different, but they're a little beefier.
Because they got those flaps. Yeah, because they got those flaps open, and that's the Victory 2 class. They got those. They got those flaps.
And I'm trying to remember. There was something I read a long time ago. The Victory 1 had something better than the Victory 2 had. I couldn't remember what it was.
I think the Victory 1
I remember correctly, I think the Victory 2 had better armor or something. So it made it a little beefier. So the Victory 1 had less. So if I remember correctly, I think they said the Victory 1 was faster because of that.
Yes, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
That would
And
make sense. They had mass to be quicker. Goddamn, Lexi.
yeah.
Shit. Loud.
All right, I'm gonna bounce, guys. I'm getting tired,
All
and
right.
Miss Kristen's getting tired, and we got to take care of some stuff tomorrow. And she's punching out of here on Monday, so got to help her with everything she needs to do over the next 48 hours.
Bye.
All right. I'm gonna head towards the bed myself. It's 1:30, so
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 1:30. Yeah.
it's been about our normal length, but we started an hour late, so we're ending about an hour late. But
I wasn't even planning on staying this late, but hey, cool.
I didn't even plan on being any more than about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 max. So we're on an hour and a half longer than I thought we were going to be.
But we'll definitely have to do this next week.
Yes, next Saturday. Saturday nights will be the nights.
And hopefully we'll have more people, more fun. We'll let
Well,
people know it's happening.
Well, we had a hiccup last week, so we lost it.
Yeah.
Rebuild it.
Last week was definitely a ball drop, that's for sure.
Because we have to pick the steam back up, because at one point we were rolling real good when we were doing consistently, so we got to get the whole thing back and rolling.
And we say that now right as the holidays are approaching.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, is people will be on a Saturday night. They can sit there, if they're wrapping gifts, they can throw us on. People last year did that. They watched us while they're wrapping gifts last year, I remember.
So I think, that shouldn't be an issue this year either.
No.
Heck, we should wrap stuff on the show.
I don't know.
Wrap it. We'll do an episode. We'll do an episode called "Wrapping Our Copies of Milking Nuts."
Wrapping while we milk nuts.
Wrapping while milking nuts, and that's what that really means is we're just drinking almond milk
and wrapping presents.
Oh Lord. Hey.
So topic for next week. What should we do?
Oh Lord.
Give me
something. Is there something that we haven't done in a long time you want to talk about next week?
I don't know, like what?
Well, I know we've skipped on. I'm trying to think. What is it we haven't talked about in a while? We haven't talked about Lego in a bit. We haven't really talked about. What was it? I know Spencer's been trying to keep up with the comics, so he could do some comic stuff if he's interested.
Yeah, if he's around, yeah.
And right now, I don't think there's a lot of new figs coming out until January, February, so that could probably wait a while.
Yeah,
there might be some new Funkos. That might be the only thing this holiday season.
There's new Marvel ones hitting. I know that.
And I know Spencer's dying to talk Disney Plus stuff because just December is just slam packed.
Well, yeah. Once that Ronnie J, you got Disney Plus?
No.
You don't?
No, he hasn't had it ever.
Nope.
So you've not seen Mandalorian or anything?
Nope. Just what I can see on YouTube.
Well, we could pass on that stuff. That stuff can wait. I mean, we could talk about the trailers because I know Book of Boba just dropped that teaser this week. So if they drop that this week, those TV spots and shorts are coming like every week from now until the drop.
Right.
I mean, this one was titled today as Reign, REIGN. So that tells me that's like TV spot number 1. So what are the other TV spots coming? So there'll probably be another 1 or 2 by next Saturday.
Ronnie J, you don't have Disney Plus?
No, dude, I don't.
You got that other one?
I don't do all that Disney Plus stuff. Oh, the Paramount Plus? No. I just see things what's on TV. That's it.
We'll have to start a GoFundMe. Fund Ronnie J's Disney Plus subscription.
Ronnie J, we got to figure it out because you're missing out on way too much content.
If all of our viewers give $5 a month, Ronnie J will be funded for a year within 1 month. He'll have a year of Disney Plus on all of our membership, and we'll give out stickers or something to all the donators. They'll get a Kilo Elite Collector's Edition sticker.
You have one of those?
I don't think you ever did send me one, no, because I know you only do them with your Funkos, right?
No, I can send you one. You're a collector of something.
Now I'll have to figure something out. I'll have to figure something out. I'll have to make something, so I'll send you something back.
In that group, it's not just Funkos. We got people that do comics. We got people that do Black Series and Marvel Legends and
vintage collections.
Yeah, because Andy's in it.
Hell yeah.
Andy's in that group because he's always posting about his vintage Star Wars stuff.
I'll tell you what, man. The best one I got, and I know I've shown them on the show before, but these two recently, the Ahsoka and the Maul Mandalore from season 7, best vintage ones I've ever bought. Top notch.
I got the Maul one. I don't remember if I got the Ahsoka one or not.
I know everybody poo-pooed all over the vintage when it came out because they're like, it's not Black Series. It's like, yeah, maybe the paints aren't as good as the Black Series, but the fact they can get the paints that good on a figure that's 2 inches shorter, that's awesome.
Right.
And they all come with awesome, like, old school card backs, like the old design. So
right.
It's win-win.
Only dumbasses complain.
Well,
and
they're like $7 cheaper.
I'm just glad that I still got my 2 Black Series.
And I like those on card because they're easier to display.
Yeah, they're way easier to display. Especially with like some of the certain Black Series, the box shapes on especially the newer ones are really weird.
Yeah, and they're hard to accommodate with a group of them.
It's because of this new wedge. Like if you look at the top, you can really see that new wedge. It's a lot harder to display them because you got a straight edge
That's
on
that
this
dark
side,
ray from
and then
the
you got a
Rise of
diagonal over
Skywalker.
here. So you have to come up with your own ways to display it.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the side art on the diagonal. I think that's an awesome new concept that has added like that extra pop to it. But if you're limited on space, not going to cut it. So
I like those card back ones because I can even put them on a wall.
Yeah, so you get the figure, you actually get the figure here, you get the art design here, and then on some of these, if you look at the Ahsoka, that's not animated Ahsoka from Clone Wars. That's like a stand-in, more like humanized, almost like a live-action looking Ahsoka, but in the same pose.
Right.
As the animated stuff. They do some cool artistic things. I like that. I would really like the Maul one because they replaced his animated face to like his Ray Park face.
Right. I did see that. That's one of the reasons why I bought that one.
And you said you have the Maul Mandalore one?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I see an extra Ahsoka, I might have to hook you up.
Yeah, because I
might still have one at my work, actually, possibly.
I didn't even see them even. I didn't see Ahsoka hit up here because you know I'd have bought that because I have
If I see one, I'll hook you up.
Yeah, I got 4-legged Ahsoka out there, so I've got like I even got this Ahsoka here.
Okay, that's dope. Is that Mandalore?
Yeah,
Mandalorian.
That's a Mandalorian Ahsoka keychain, yeah, or bag clip or whatever the hell it is.
It's the one where she's on Corvus.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they made that. I know they made it as Funko. I should have figured they made that as a Funko keychain.
Oh yeah, her Funko figure, the Mandalorian one, dope. I got 2 of them.
I don't have any of the Mandalorian ones just because I stopped buying Funko because I was out of space at the time. And then recently I bought like 3 like the last month. I'm like, I need to stop doing this. I don't have space.
Yeah, I really don't have much space anymore either. I slowed down a lot.
I think I need to do a whole clean out and sorting, or find some way to sort my stuff better, and then I might display some of it, but most of it's probably going to stay boxed. Because until I make my move next year, just no way.
Mm.
All right, I know I said I was going to leave twice, but I'm actually leaving now. So.
Yep, I'm gonna cut this out. So I'm gonna see you guys.
All right, I'll end with you then.
Sometime this week. I'll be in chat with both you guys throughout the week. So
let's make magic happen.
We're gonna get out of here. It looks like our chat's been dead for a while. It's been
quiet.
dead
for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's been quiet.
But if you check out the replay, thank you for stopping by, checking it out.
Yeah, and there's something else I wanted to discuss,
That's
but I
right.
won't discuss it on here. But we'll discuss that either via phone or something. I found something out today through Twitter, so we'll discuss it. I don't know how to feel about it, but we'll talk about it. It has to do with 3 letters.
Gotcha. That's all I needed to know.
But yeah, all right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Ronnie
All
J.
right.
Bye, everybody.
See you later. Gannon,
Kristen
see you
says
later.
bye.
Kristen
All right.
says later. See y'all later. We're going to get out of here like that. We're out of here like a
See you
fart in the
later.
wind.
Take care, Daddy.
See ya.
Yep.